Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? Yes, it finally updated. Yep, everything finally got updated. It takes a little while longer with the third one for some reason. I don't know why. Good morning, Honora. Good morning, Faith. Good morning, Raven. Good morning, Bay. Is it Bay? I'm really bad with screen names, so Endeavor, hello. How are you doing? Hello. Good morning, everybody. I hope your day is going good. Life is happening very, very quickly, it seems like. It's already almost the end of September. Wow. Almost the end of September. Mosquitoes, how you doing? Hello. Be-he. Thank you. See, you always have to remind me. You always have to remind me what it is. So I'm supposed to go to the company 40th anniversary family picnic today. Like now, but here's the thing. We just had a tropical storm pass over us a few hours ago, and it's raining and windy. I wouldn't go. Even Evgen, how you doing? Good morning. Howdy, everybody. We do have our sponsorship still going. I'm gonna pin this to the top real quick. I pinned it to the top of the screen there. If you want to support the stream, the game, if you download it, if you have never played Marvel Snap before, you can download it using the link up above. I'm not gonna leave this on there very long, but you can download that link using the link above. And if you play to level 3, level 8, and level 18, it helps out the stream. It supports me as a content creator, and that's all I'm going to say about it right now. So, good morning, Grand Laz. And I got the snifflies again today, too, which is really fun. It's always fun to have the snifflies. But, today, we're going to get back into our Long Dark run on day 446 in Broken Railroad. And, I think we have less than half the time here in Broken Railroad to go. In fact, I think it's down to almost just like 20 days. Yeah, it is 20 days. 20 days to go in Broken Railroad. So we have very, very little time left in Broken Railroad right now. Which is awesome. And then we'll be on to Forsaken Airfield. Alright, so Oh yeah, we have so much stuff here, it's crazy. Crazy how much stuff we have here. Eat our little bit of bass. Good morning, Nana, how are you? Hello, welcome. And welcome to everybody else. If I haven't said your name, it's not because I forgot about you. Welcome on in. They said that by the end of this month, we should get the hot fix for the bugs, but they didn't give any actual date for the update. No, the update is sometime before the end of the year. By the end of the year is all we know at this point. Yeah, there's our map. It's not a great map, but that's about as good as we can do. I guess we could get this area up here. No, actually I can't because that area is unmappable. It's unmappable. I do have some. My current loper run is at day 130, and I'm in Pleasant Valley at a crossroads. Should I go with the lighter wolfskin coat in preparation for the DLC or the moose hide cloak? I would go with the wolfskin. Over the moose skin at this point, I would go with the wolf skin. It's easier to fix. If you have a moose skin, I just make the moose hide satchel out of it and not worry about the rest. The moose hide coat is kind of useless at this point. I'm rocking double bearskin coats right now myself. Uh-oh, first challenge of the day. Is it gonna kill us? I'm tired. I haven't shot a wolf in a little bit. All right, I feel better now. Good morning, Magic Jack. Hello, hello. I hit him. And now we gotta follow him till he dies. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all, B. I mean, that's it. And like I said, that's just my personal opinion. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do. And I would encourage you to try different things out and see what works good for you. Because what works good for one person doesn't always work good for another person. Sometimes, you know, you got to go with what your gut's telling you in the game. Sometimes you may be like, you know, today I wanna run the old moose-hide coat. Good lord, this guy's gonna run all over the place, ain't he? I woke up with a really stuffy nose today. I don't know if it's because it's gotten... I think it's because it's gotten cooler and a little moister outside. The moisture is back in the air. Like, why are the footprints disappearing already? One thing I don't know about, I hope they fix is it seems like the footprints in this game disappear very quickly now. In some instances. I mean, I understand it when the snow's falling, but it's like bright, clear day. There's no reason the footprints should be disappearing at all. At all. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Hello, hello. Okay, see, he's walking, because he's very tired. He's very tired, and he's starting to bleed out. I heard him out this way. Yep. I thought so. I heard him out this way. Hey, Michelle. Hello, hello. Really? Mr. Wolf, hey, excuse me. Excuse me, I'm looking for your brother. Is he around here anywhere? Oh, you can't tell me. You're already dead. Really, it's taking me all the way back to the cave that I just left. Why does that not surprise me? Oh, he's right over here. My footprints are still in the snow. That is too funny. That is too funny. I also tracked down a cache in Pleasant Valley and got nothing. Unfortunately, all of the most that you'll get out of caches in Interloper, unfortunately, the most you'll get out of them is maybe like one tool or like a weapon. Or like one tool or a box of matches or something, and a recipe. The caches will have the prepper's pie recipe in it. It'll have the Prepper's Pie recipe, but other than that, it'll maybe have like a heavy hammer or a box of matches, and that's it. And that's only one of the caches, one of the 9. So you got a 1 in 9 chance of finding anything in the cache. Generally, oh, you're talking about a cache. I'm thinking of the bunkers. Are you talking about a cache that you found with like the handheld receiver thing? Or are you talking about one of the memento caches? Because those have a lot of those have nothing in them either. The memento caches are pretty empty too. Like in Mystery Lake, there's the memento cache up here on top of Lake Overlook, and it has nothing in it. You go all the way over here to the destroyed lookout, get the key, and come back, and there's nothing in it. Transmitter radio. Okay, so okay, yeah, so it's one of those. Yeah, those have nothing in them too a lot of the time. Welcome to the interloper woes, because that's unfortunately most of them don't have anything in them. It just is. It is what it is, and they kind of suck. They should at least, I think, put something in them, but they don't. Well, let's head over to the maintenance yard, which is where we're going in the first place. Although now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, a lot of times some Loper players, and one thing you can do if you want to play as close to Interloper as possible is play a custom game and just take the loot settings and turn them down a little bit. Take the baseline loot and turn it down a notch, and that'll start spawning the all the different variant weapons and all that sort of stuff. If you want to play with like interloper animals and interloper weather, you can do that, and it turns it down enough that the loot is there, that you'll get all the loot. You'll just also have to deal with all the animals and the weathers and all that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, you don't get. That's the one downside, Matt. You don't get credit for badges playing custom games, which I don't get. I have never understood that. It'd be different if there wasn't Pilgrim in the game. Hey, Richard, how's it going? I'm gonna turn my AC on real quick. It's kind of warm in here. Oh. Yeah, them not allowing you to have credit towards badges in custom is weird. And they know about it too. I mean, people have been on the forums talking about it, being like, hey, you can get I would understand it more if you couldn't get badges on anything but Stalker or Interloper, or maybe. Yeah, if you couldn't get them on stock, if you couldn't get badges on Pilgrim or Voyager, I could understand it. But you can get badges on everything. I mean, all the regular difficulty levels, you can get badges on. So why can't you get them on? Why can you not get them on custom games? Because generally most people are playing a custom game, trying to set a difficulty between Stalker and Interloper. People aren't going, oh god, Pilgrim's too hard, or oh, Voyager's too tough. I'm gonna set it so it's easier. most people aren't doing that. That's not usually the thinking. All right, there's all of that. There's all of that. Got a few more feathers for you here. Now we're gonna have to do some serious thinking about what we take to Forsaken Airfield with us. Jeez Louise. We got so much stuff. But we got 19 days to figure that out, so. Alright, we do have a lot of food here. And no, I'm not allowing myself to use pies to increase my weight carry between zones. That's something I decided quite a bit ago not to do. That is a lot of charcoal. Updating my mod files this weekend, so if I missed anyone for shoutouts, please let me know. Yes, please let her know if she doesn't have you on there, because she is the best. Everybody, big props and kudos out to Nora. She is a wonderful, wonderful mod. I need to check something real quick. Hold on just a second. Okay, good. I do have Detroit. Oh. So after we get done here on YouTube this afternoon, before I go out driving, I will be playing some Detroit Become Human over on the Twitch side. So we will be having fun with that. I have a burning question. I'm cooking level 5, too scared to eat my ruined cooked recipes. Is it safe? Yes, it is safe. At cooking level 5, you can eat all of the 0% food that you want. As long as it's not raw meat. Raw meat is the only thing you can't eat at cooking 5. Now, that being said, I've accidentally ate a little bit of raw fish or raw rabbit before at cooking 5, and you can get food poisoning from it. Doesn't happen very often, though. Doesn't happen super often, so. I mean, it can happen, it just usually doesn't. So, definitely you can eat it. But yeah, all your stuff you've been kind of saving up, where you've been worried about it, then you don't have to worry about it anymore after cooking 5. Cooking 5 frees you up so much. That's why I encourage everybody to get cooking 5 as soon as they possibly can. It just makes life so much easier. Good morning, Atheenon. You can always ask Long Dart related. You can even ask non-Long Dart questions if you want to, Redacted. I'm so punchy and loopy this morning, I'd probably answer anything. Hello. Once the animal carcass is quartered, how long will it remain if just left out in the open? You mean like the bags of meat? Like maybe a day and a half, 2 days at most? A couple of days at most. They don't last for very long, let's just put it that way. Wow, he fell right under the snow. I killed that wolf so much that he just went right under the snow. What the... What the actual heck? I vaporized him, yeah. I vaporized that wolf. He just went poof and just disappeared. How do I do taxes? Oh, jeez. I dread that every year. It isn't tremendous. Well, you know, Redacted, I wasn't gonna harvest that wolf anyway. So the game was just cleaning up for me. They're like, you don't want to look at this corpse anyhow. I was like, you know, I don't want to look at it either. So in that instance, the game was reading my mind. It knew what I was wanting. It knew that I didn't want to look at it, so. Like, we're gonna take care of that for you. Oh my goodness, Redacted gifted out 5 memberships to the channel. Thank you so much, Redacted, for the 5 gifted memberships. Laka got a gifted membership. Southside got a gifted membership. Wah got a gifted membership. Lili got a gifted membership.
No power
and Sally
in the verse
Jones
can stop me.
got a gifted membership as well. And hi, Tala. How are you doing? Hello, hello.
No power in the verse can stop me.
And there we go. Yes, no power in the verse shall stop any of you. Redacted, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. That was very, very kind of you to do. Super duper kind of you to do. How much metal do I have right now? I don't think I have that much metal. You know, I'm gonna take one of these chairs. Chairs are these are a great way to get some metal and also cloth. It takes some time to get them broken down, but you get cloth and metal for each one. Not as much for these as you do for the spinny chairs, but you do get some cloth and metal for them, which is really nice. And you get quite a bit. And you gotta remember, when you use your hacksaw, it doesn't matter if you're chopping down like this, or if you're chopping down a little door that only gives you 2, or you're chopping down like a lantern, it's still gonna take 5% off the hacksaw every single time you use it on a piece of metal. So if you're gonna do it, you want to probably get the most bang for your buck and get the most metal for your buck as well. Unless you're just like on a time crunch and you really need to, you know, you really need a piece of metal and you're like, I don't really want to, you know, I don't have an hour and a half to spend doing this. Then you may just want to come in and take a metal lamp. That only takes 15 minutes. You only get 1 piece of scrap metal for it, but it only takes 15 minutes, so. That'd be, and sometimes you'll see me take 3 or 4 pieces of metal really quick.
Something's making me feel tired.
But generally it's better to try to get as much as you can out of it, if you can. Good morning, Mike. How you doing? Hello. And good morning, Laka. Well, thank you, Redacted. I do appreciate the support, my friend. You're very kind to gift out those memberships. And thank you all for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it so very much. I've been on a huge Monopoly spree lately. Monopoly. Like the game? Like the actual game Monopoly? Like the little dude with the top hat and the do not pass go, do not collect 200? It's evening for you. Oh, it's evening for you. Okay. Yeah, it's 8:30 in the morning for me. I could do a sleeping stream. I'll just lay here. You can watch me sleep. How many people want to watch me sleep? I could do a sleeping stream very easily. Very easily do a sleeping stream. I could just kick back and just do it. Don't forget to smash the like button. Yes, don't forget to smash that like button there. Do you know where the red lantern spawns? Well, for me, the red lantern spawned in the cave between Keeper's Pass North and South. When I was going from when I was going from Pleasant Valley, to Black Rock, if you go into Keeper's Pass south from Pleasant Valley, wind your way through there, then there's a cave that goes to Keeper's Pass north, and it was in that cave. So it was in the indoor cave between those two for me. Now I know there's other places it can spawn, but that was where I found mine. Generally it spawns in the indoor caves. So generally it's in the indoor caves is where you'll find it. You got yours from the secret cave behind the waterfall in PB? Yes, it spawns there too. It spawns there as well. It spawns in several places from what I understand. So like I said, that's just one of the places I found it. But I would just keep checking the caves, all the connector caves, because there's a chance it'll spawn, I think, pretty much in most of them. There's a cave in Pleasant Valley. If you know where the permanent preppers cache is up there, the one right before you climb up the Timberwolf Mountain. If you are at that cache there, if you go out to the left, there's a little area down there called the Mystic River Picnic Area, I think it is. And there's a cave there that has a little waterfall inside the cave, and if you go through the waterfall, there's a little campfire behind it that sometimes has a cup of coffee and that sort of stuff. And that's where you can find it too sometimes. Yeah, the Misty Falls, yes. The Misty Falls Picnic Area, or whatever that is. Yep. So it can spawn between Ash Canyon and one other location. Oh, so that would be the cave. Is that the cave, Richard, between Ash Canyon and Timberwolf Mountain?
Can't feel my hands.
I know. We're gonna go here and warm up. Then we're going back up to the top there. How many days left in Broken Railroad? I think 19. No, 19. 19. Yes, we have 19 days left in Ash Canyon. Now, I'm pretty sure, Mike, there's probably... I would imagine there's probably a list. Because I've seen lists for all the different stuff. I'd imagine there's probably a list somewhere for, like, spawn locations. Like on one of the Reddit forums, or maybe on the wiki. The Long Dark Wiki might have it. I'm pretty sure there's probably one that exists somewhere. But I don't know. Yes, we have fish in Broken Railroad. So yeah, definitely. And also in comments, boys and girls, down below, if you're watching this video on the replay or later up on YouTube, if you know of other places that lantern spawns, feel free to leave your comments down below on it, and let us know. Because that's a great place for people to kind of get information as well. Oh, fishing is so much better now. Fishing is like... It's like night and day now. It's so much better. Now, I don't know if they fixed it yet because I haven't played the game in a little bit. I have a feeling they'll probably fix it when the update comes out for the patches, you know, all the hot fixes. But if you're in Pleasant Valley at Pensive Pond, it'll highlight the fishing hole as being able to be made, but it will give you, it's all red all over the ice, so you can't actually cut a hole on Pensive Pond anymore. I'm hoping they'll fix that when the update comes out, but I don't know. Why is the stream so dim? Well, it's really kind of dusky out right now. That's the only thing I can think of. Yes, the Red Lantern uses fuel a lot slower. Hey, Eth, remember the time that time you said that fishing was like night and day now? And then we talked about the update from Pensive Pond. You remember? You remember? Yes, I remember. I found the Red Lantern in Pleasant Valley, the same cave where you found your bedroll behind the waterfall. Loot was on medium. It's Groundhog's Day. Ow, I got an itch right on my back. Oh, I think I got. Ooh, that's a bug bite. You know when you get an itch, but you could feel it. It's like a bug bite. It was a bug bite. Remember that time I had an itch on my back and it was actually a bug bite? It was a bug bite. Yeah, that was cool. I'm doing pretty good, Wesley. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired today. A little on the tired side, but you know, I'll get over it. We got some Long Dark this morning. We got some Detroit Become Human this afternoon over on the Twitch side. And then I got some driving I gotta do this afternoon or this evening. Gotta get out and get driving for Lyft. Gotta make a couple $100 so I can cover my rent. You know, that darn bill stuff at the beginning of each month. Gosh dang it. You notice Iggy and Wesley ask the same things? You remember this time that I saw Iggy on Twitch and Wesley on YouTube? And they seemed to ask the same things? Yeah, that was weird. It was weird, but it was pretty cool. Yeah, remember when Iggy and Wesley were both asking the same questions and it was cool? Remember that? Remember? Yeah, that was cool. I wonder if we're actually going to get a storm. Oh, no. It looked like it was going to storm there for a second. I could have sworn it was going to be a blizzard in an hour. But the game was like, nah. No blizzard for you, sir. And I was like, okay. I recently watched The Fall of Eggy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was sad. Even your camera view and chat is very dim. Maybe it's just my phone, but everything outside the video is normal. That is weird. Is it throttling YouTube for some reason? Like the videos from YouTube? That is odd. I don't know, Matt. That's strange. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the stream on my... I have a monitor up here that I kind of can keep an eye on all the, you know, sort of how it looks and if it's coming across right. And it looks like it's coming across just fine, so... I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna do a little skating on the mountainside here. I heard wolves, but I don't know where they be. I heard you, Mr. Wolfie. Oh, there he is. He's right over there. See him walking? I'm walking here. Wolf's like, I'm walking here. I'm Christopher Walken. Well, this wolf's probably gonna get me because this ground here is very, very unstable. Oh, he's gonna be all over the place. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. We're good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Could be the single you're out in the boonies and don't have the best. Oh, that could be too. Oh yeah, and you could have the. I have encountered that before sometimes, Wesley, Matt, where my phone will go into what it calls dark mode or something like that, where it doesn't really let stuff come through very easily. Oh wow, 2 kilos of meat on this guy, 2 kilos. And I said the game hates my guts. Well, it does hate my guts because now it's starting to breathe. Adaptive brightness, is that's what it called? Really, game? Really? Really? Okay, I was gonna say, game. I was gonna say rude. Rude. Sometimes the weather is just really rude. I'm gonna drop the other pieces of meat. I just don't want the stink on me. Not that I'm really afraid of it, but I just don't want the stink on me. It's best not to have stink on you. It's best to get used to or get in the habit of dropping stinky stuff when you're harvesting an animal, and I'll tell you why. The reason you want to not have the stinky stuff on you, not so much in this area, but I've had many instances where I'd have stinky stuff on me. I'd be harvesting an animal, and all of a sudden something blurs across the screen, and it's a bear who got my scent, and he runs across the screen. And the problem is, even if you're by a campfire, if you come out of harvesting and say the bear is standing like right over here, you're now within his auto aggro radius, and he will aggro even through the fire to get to you. It's not a good thing to do. Really? Really? That's all I can say. Really? It does until you get cooking 5. You have to get cooking 5 and then you're okay from it. But once you get cooking 5, you no longer are susceptible to parasites, and you're no longer susceptible to food poisoning either. What's my favorite? What is my favorite episode of Space 1999? I don't have one because I've never watched it. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. I've never seen Space 1999. I never. That's one that I never watched. I'll tell you right. I just never watched it.
I need something to drink.
I know, it's shocking, isn't it? I never watched it. I know, isn't that like blasphemy or heresy or whatever you call it? Heresy? You heretic! Yeah, I've never watched it. Redacted's like, I want my $2 super chat back. I'm gonna unsubscribe, unfollow. I'm gonna unsubscribe and unfollow from Twitch. You heretic. No, I've just never watched it. I just don't have the time. Coming from a guy who just got done watching One Piece for the 3rd time. I just don't have the time. I ain't got the time, I tell ya. By the way, the One Piece live action Yummy, yummy chef's kiss all the way. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed One Piece so much. It's such a good live action. And yes, it is campy. You know, it is a weird, wacky world, but they take it so seriously, and they take them, you know, and it's done in such a good way that you just buy into it. It's sort of like, it reminds me a bit of Farscape in that way. Farscape is kind of absurd in a lot of ways, but it's never silly. You believe it because the people in the show, the actors in the show, and their characters believe it. You never feel like they're laughing at you or winking at you or sort of like, oh, we're in on the joke with you. You never feel like that at all. Even though a lot of the stuff in the show is kind of absurd, you just buy into it. That's the world they're in. And that's how I felt with One Piece. Is that it's very absurd in places, but you just accept that absurdity because that's the world they live in. The world they live in has telephones that are literally giant snails that go beady beady beep, beady beady beep, beady beady beep. They sound like Tweaky from Buck Rogers. They sound like Tweaky from Buck Rogers. So yeah, I mean, it's just a great show though. One Piece does a fantastic job really grabbing a hold of you. And I think the thing too with One Piece is that it's just so they get you emotionally invested in their characters. Like the character building they do in that show is like nothing I've seen in the last, I don't know how long. Probably since Arcane. I mean, it's some of the best character building I've seen in a long time. And I wish there was more of it out there, but unfortunately Hollywood's kind of, they're sniffing their own farts so much they don't know what's good and what's not because they think it's all good. So definitely, I know Victorian, if you're out there, Victorian, I know you watched it and you liked it. If you haven't watched it yet, it's worth it. Trust me. Trust me on this. If you aren't hooked by like the second or third episode, don't worry about it. But if you like a good story and you like an interesting world, it's definitely worth a peek. And this is coming from somebody who's never watched a moment of the anime. And before this, I never watched a moment of the anime. I'd never read the manga. I didn't know anything about it. I was like, One Piece. At first I thought it was going to be like, you know, something about a guy in a one-piece suit, or maybe like a girl who had a phobia against bikinis. It was like, oh, she can't handle the bikini. The bikini's too much for her. Sanji, oh, Sanji's so good. All of them are good though. I like Usopp, I like Sanji, I love Zoro. I must say, it's probably the easy answer, but Zoro's my fave. I love Zoro. I love the back and forth between Zoro and Sanji. I think that's like I love the back and forth between their two characters. It is so just like, it's so well done. But yes, Sanji's great. Hey, ID Swim, how you doing? Okay, well, where? Where the bar was? Oh, yeah. Well, and from what I understand from the, you know, from what I understand, that's his character, I guess, so. He's kind of a lush. Okay, it's nice and windy out. We only have 18 days left in the zone, boys and girls. Only 18 days. We're getting out of here either today or tomorrow on stream, so. Today or tomorrow, we are getting the heck out of this place. Oh, oh boy, I'm yawning, and I don't know why. I'm yawning, and I don't know why. But oh man, the end to episode 7 was just like, oh, if you make it to episode 7 in One Piece, it just rips your heart out. It's just like, oh, it's so good. So good. The guy they have playing Luffy is just amazing in that show. Just past time. I'm bored of this place. Where's the content? I know. Where's the content, man? Where's the content? Let's get going, dude. Let's pick it up, bro. Wow, it still sounds like the storm is going on outside.
That guy who drank his own
Oh, good,
pee
it's
doesn't
gone,
seem
okay.
so crazy right now.
Well, he does still seem crazy, but we're gonna forgive him for that. Yeah, not anywhere as bad as the 100-day challenge. Gosh, living 100 days in Pleasant Valley, I was itching so hard to get out of there. All right, we'll grab these couple bottles of water. Got a little, okay, I got a little water on me now. Good, good, good. Well, I think Broken Railroad's a way better zone than it used to be. When it was just a dead end with nowhere to go, except back to Forlorn Muskeg, I hated this zone. It just, not because of anything in the zone, or, I mean, the zone has good stuff in it. It has 2 to 3 stims. It has the most stims of any zone in the game. Because there's a stim up there at the hunting lodge. There's one down at the bottom of the rope. And then there's a possible stim, really? There's a possible stim inside the maintenance yard underneath the crates. And so I personally really like the zone. For that, and also you can get a moose and a bear here pretty easily. So for a lot of reasons, it was a nice zone. The biggest downside of it is that when you wanted to get out of this zone, you had a long ways to go back to Forlorn Muskeg, and even a longer way back to say Mystery Lake or Mountain Town or somewhere basically safe that you could sleep. It wasn't even like getting to Forlorn Muskeg was as big of a deal. It's just where do you go from there? It's not like there's a house right in Forlorn Muskeg that you can, curl up in and take it easy. But yeah, I mean, I like this zone. It's just, it's very vacant. It's very vacant and not a lot to do in it after you spend 20 plus days in it. Under 20 days, no problem at all. Over 20 days, it gets a little boring. Just gets a little old. Because, I mean, we've pretty much been everywhere in the zone. We've mapped the whole zone. We've done pretty much everything we can do in the zone. And what do we have right now? I think it's just 32 days, right? Yeah, 32 days. 32 days in the zone now. Ooh. Excuse me. Holy mackerel. Alright, we're just gonna sleep tonight. And then tomorrow we'll make some water. Because we definitely need some water here in the cave. Alright, let's get our belly a little fuller. I wish there was a protected place to fish in here, around here. Unfortunately, there's not. All the places to fish here, you have to sort of sit out in the middle of the ice and freeze your butt off. But at least you can fish. I mean, that's the good news. At least you can fish here. Which is actually kind of nice out there. You what? Let's try some fishing. Crows are very angry with us, boys and girls. It's weird how the holes in the ice that I made and put fish traps in are still there. The hole that I made over here and I just fished in is not there. It's very weird. Okay, we cannot get one of those started. We'll use one of our 89 matches. And we found a fire striker in this zone too. At like 89%. Which was like, oh yes. See, this is what I'm talking about. You better not do it to me. You better be good to me, game. You better be good to me. I wish it did too, B. That's been one of my main complaints for so long. And I have Cooking 5. This is what I get with Cooking 5. Like 2 hours passed and I got one fish. Okay, I got 2 fish. And there's my last fish. Wow.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Wow! And the long dog's like, yeah, you don't get to fish anymore. You got to fish for a little bit. Yeah, at least I got a bass on the last one. Yeah, the game was like, yeah, you fished for 4 hours. You don't get to fish any longer, sir. Yeah, I always find it funny that it equips your lowest quality arrow, but if you hit the auto equip button for your weapon, it equips your highest quality weapon, which I always found was very backwards in a way. And I wish it didn't do that, but it does. So our thing's at 79%. Let's just start a fire. We gotta make some water. I figured I'd at least get some fish while the weather was good for a moment. Come on, come on. We got a little water going here. There we go. Yeah, at least this bass has what? 1,000 calories in it? So that's not too bad. I mean, the weight of it sucks. But the weight of all the fish weight always sucks. All fish weight
Too much stuff to
sucks. Excuse me. Jeez Louise, man. Must be the cozy fire. It's making me tired. Fill our lantern back up again. Might as well. get the, I hate putting my bow away because I'll have to go in auto. I'll have to manually equip it again when I want to use it. I do have that one extra arrowhead. I probably need to get rid of that. Let's repair up our axe. Ow, my ear is hurting for some reason. I think I slept on my ear wrong last night too. I'm just struggling today, boys and girls. I don't know why. I'm on the struggle bus big time. Oh, I do have 6 pieces of metal. I probably could drop those. Oh, let's make a bandage. Do you know when you get two down arrows on your tiredness level instead of 1? Do I know when? Usually it's when you're overburdened, I think. You can start getting 2.
Something's going.
I don't know. Because I only have 1 now. If I sprint, it goes to 3. I don't know when it goes to 2. Does it ever? Is there an in-between on that? Because I've never really looked. I've never really looked to see if there was. There we go. Maybe if you get heavy enough. For some reason my character is perma 2 arrows down. That's weird. Have you checked your file integrity? Does it happen on all of your files or just the specific file that you're on? Because it may just be tied to that specific character. If it's tied across all of your files, though, I would try maybe uninstalling and reinstalling the game. Or maybe checking, maybe you also should check the, run that thing where you check the, you verify the integrity of the files. That's the only thing I can think of.
I might have to drop some gear.
Ooh. Jeez Louise, man. Ever have one of those days where you just feel like you could just... Yeah, I feel like I could just go... Like I just need like a 20-minute nap. Guys, I'm gonna take like a quick 10. Just yell at me until I wake up after 10 minutes, okay? Hey, alien, how you doing? I know, and I think that may be what it is. It's like the weather is cloudy out. It's cloudy. It's like 50, 60 degrees out. And I'm just kind of like, hey, Alien V, how's it going? Is there any way to go between Mountain Town and Mystery Lake without climbing the ropes? I don't know if you can or not. I've never done it without climbing the ropes. I've never done it without climbing the ropes myself. But I would imagine there probably is. I'm sure somebody out there in the comments will be like, oh yeah, you can easily do it without climbing the ropes. I don't know of a way to do it without climbing the ropes though. I've never not climbed the ropes between those places. Let's just put it that way. I've always gone rope climbing. Because you got the one down from the picnic area, and then one back up. You can skeet down pretty sure, but there's no way to go back up. That's what I was thinking too. Is I've heard of people going down. People in chat sometimes have been like, "Oh yeah, you can mountain goat down, no problem at all." But I've never heard of anybody mountain goating back up. Hey, so can you get to the top without climbing at all? Especially the length of days and angles of sunlight, yeah. Well, the length of days and stuff is bothering me right now for sure. Yeah, I'd check around on YouTube and see if somebody has a video going up. Makeup tips. The end of the zone's left. Makeup 4 tips. God, I hate having that stupid. You should be able to get rid of that thing. Maybe while you're waiting at the end of the zone and do some math and see how many fish you can catch in a 5-day period. I don't know if we can catch a lot of fish in a 5-day period. We have to get yeah, the heart is a pain. You can't see the last part of the when somebody types a long thing, it always covers up the last thing, and my brain can't fill in the gaps. I'm just telling you right now. I'm sure there's probably people who can fill in the gaps. My brain is not one of them. See, it's another gorgeous day out. And I'm sure as soon as I start making a fire out here, it's gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna play my game and listen to you. Can you please keep the wolves quiet? When I hear them, I think they are dogs, and we all know what dogs bring to me, at least. Okay, well, I will try to keep them as quiet as I possibly can. I can't promise anything. They kind of have a mind of their own. I'm just saying. When the doggos come around, I can't do nothing about it. Well, it is overcast. I mean... I'll grant it that. It is overcast. I'm not even gonna say anything. You all know what I'm thinking. You all know what I'm thinking right now. Wow.
Cold.
Oh, shut up. Wow. It's gonna be one of those days. I tell you, this is gonna be one of them days where the game just goes, yeah. I have had it up to here with the weather. And now it gets nice out again. It's like, no. I'm good. How much do you think they're gonna add to this zone? I hope that a lot more. I don't know what they're gonna add to this zone specifically. I can't wait for the strip mine. The strip mine's gonna be cool. That I'm excited about. I hope the strip mine's pretty cool. It looks from the pictures like there's some big building right on the side of it. I don't know if that's gonna be like a what do you call it? Like the mining house or something? Like the bunkhouse type thing, or if it's gonna be an actual like or if it's gonna be actually like a like an actual refinery buildings or like a Hibernia processing center. I wish they'd add more, but I don't think more is coming. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna add more to this. You're talking about Forsaken Airfield though. Oh, I think Forsaken Airfield's gonna get a lot more stuff. Forsaken Airfield has a lot more to be added to it. Forsaken Airfield is completely not worth it right now to go to be honest. There's just not a lot in Forsaken Airfield at the moment. It's pretty forsaken. To me, Forsaken Airfield is a lot like some of the Bleak Inlet and a Black Rock, where it's kind of fun to go there, but there's not much to do there once you get there. There's not a whole lot to really make you want to stay, especially on Interloper. You kind of get in, get out if you want to, and go there for a challenge. There are any bandits, Alpha 22, and any more armor choices. Oh, nice. Now, so the bandits will be other people's? Are the bandits gonna raid your village or raid your house?
Surrounded by snow, and nothing to drink.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink. So do you need to set up your place to defend them? Like have traps and stuff around? Maybe auto turrets? Now, do the bandits attack? Do the bandits attack when you're not there? Or do they only really come when you're there? And there'll be factions as well. Interesting. That'll be kind of cool. I never enjoyed ice fishing. Like in real life? Like in real life? I have a feeling that much like... Well... Cause see, if you leave on... We're talking 7 Days to Die now, boys and girls. If you leave on certain things in 7 Days to Die when you're gone, it will attract zombies. So I could see it attracting unwanted bandit activity as well. But I don't know why they would just... I guess they could try to raid your base when you're not there. I don't know if that would work or not.
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Well, we definitely have got ourselves set up, boys and girls. And so yeah, we're just gonna pass some time right now. I know this is kind of boring. Is what it is. Have you noticed the hat tip in 2 other games in 7 days? Like Jen mentioning stim packs and lookout tower looking exactly like the tower in Long Dark. I didn't notice that, no. I did not notice that, Wesley. I will have to take a look at that next time I'm in there. All right, let's get some sleep. Some sleepity bobs. By the way, this improvised bedroll has definitely been a great thing. It's been a great thing. One of the best things they put in the game. 450 days in, boys and girls. 450 days in. 452. And we've got 36 days in the zone. We have 14 days left here. I am going to be on Twitch this afternoon. We're going to be continuing our Detroit Become Human run. We're going to be continuing Detroit Become Human. When last we left off, geez, what did we do? What did we do last time? God, I have to remember now. I have to remember where we were. And then, yes, I will be going out and driving this afternoon, so. Saturdays and Sundays are really good for driving, so. Oh, Marcus crawled out of his dump. Oh, no, yeah, Marcus crawled out of the dump, and Kara and Alice just escaped and across the highway. Yep, Kara and Alice just escaped across the highway. Previously on Detroit Become Human. Yeah, these foods wear down so dang quickly. It's so sad how fast they wear down. Oh, yeah, oh, I get it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, check out the VOD. Detroit is such a great game. It's such a great game. It's so funny, too, because I look at the faces in Detroit Become Human, like, it was made in 2018. 2018. And it looks better. It looks better than Starfield as far as the faces go. Now, I know I dogged on Starfield a lot the other day. And I want to apologize if I came across as really complaining. I even had a viewer go, "Yeah, there's too much complaining. I'm out of here." I was like, "Okay, well, I've got a lot to say about this game." But me and Starfield have had a little bit of a love-hate relationship. And I'm not gonna apologize for that. That's just, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and just like praise it to the sky when it deserves a little bit of ridicule for being, you know, for certain things that I think they could have made a lot better. I mean, they have the power of just, you got to remember, they have the power of the most, if not one of the most powerful computer software companies in the world backing it now, since Microsoft owns Bethesda. And that's what they could come up with. That's what that's the best they could do. That's the thing I look at is that it's not, we aren't talking some small indie company trying to make a game and doing their best with it. We're talking Bethesda / Microsoft. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little harsher on it. I feel they need to be called out if they're gonna put out a subpar, you know, anything that's like, you know, not got like anything like that. It blows me away that's the you know, that's the best they could do. You have to have an outpost to continue the missions. There are some missions, Faith, that require an outpost, but you don't have to have it, I believe, to continue the main storyline, if that's what you're asking. Microsoft money did ensure it got a year more dev time. It would have come out last year. Yeah, and I wish I could say that year more dev time did. I mean, if that's what a year's more of dev time got us, good lord. I can't imagine what it was gonna be. It's like, yikes, maybe? Have you ever played Inscription? No, I've never played that. I had to remember what we had done last on our old Detroit run. Yeah, but see, the funny thing is that, and I am way happier. I am way happier with the missions. You know, doing the missions and stuff in the game. For sure. Never heard a Silk Song. Ah, there we go. Get some water going. It's another game that I don't need. Is it Hollow Knight? Is it Hollow Knight? Is that what it is? Yeah, I never was into the Hollow Knight games. I'm not really into side scrollers. Yeah, I've seen the Hollow Knight series before, and I've never been into those. Platformers, side scrollers, I'm not really big into. That's just not, it's not my bag, you know. Hey, they're great games. A lot of people love them, but just not my thing. Oh, it has nothing to do with the game. It has to do with me. My brain can't process those kind of games. I could never play Donkey Kong. Yeah, you gotta remember, Bihi. You know, I grew up on Donkey Kong and Castlevania and Dig Dug and Senate, all those 2D type games. My brain could never ever process until I started playing. I hated Death Stranding. Good God, that game was horrible. I mean, they call Long Dark a walking simulator. Good God, that game was. Talk about, oh God, I
wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I still even own Death Stranding. I just could Excitebike. Ooh! Yeah, I could never play Excitebike either. Yeah, Death Stranding, oh man, I tried it. People were all like, oh, you gotta play it, it's so good. I gave it a shot, I just couldn't get into it. I just could not get into it. Stacking packages just never appealed to me. Plus, I guess, like stuff in it makes sense later on, but yeah. I couldn't, seriously tried it, I just could not get into it at all. The only thing that was, like, redeemable about that game was, that it had Daryl. Yeah, Daryl in it. That's the thing I liked about it, was Daryl. That's the thing I liked about it, is it had Daryl in it, so. The rest of it made no sense. There's like a baby in a jar, and there's black goo that
getting kind of heavy.
That ate you. It's a video game that all it made me want to do was go look up it made me just like go, oh, okay, I need to go read the wiki about it just to figure out what the hell's going on, because it's driving me crazy. I like video games that give you a little bit of mystery in them, but when it's being done in the way that Death Stranding does, it just makes me disinterested. Now, like, a good example to me is like Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, it's like, wow, what's going on in this world? But they give you bits and bobs of what the world's about all the way through it. Where in Death Stranding, I played it for, I don't even know how long I played it for. I played it for like 4, 5, 6 hours. And at the end of that time, I had no more idea of what was going on than when I started playing it. And I just got bored. I just was like, I just stopped caring after a while. Yeah, I played it for about 4.5 hours. And after 4.5 hours, I still had no clue what, I didn't even have an iota of a clue what was going on. There was just weird, wacky, like, there was like wacky, what do you call them? Cutscenes that made no sense. See, I don't even know who Kajoma is. I don't even know who that is. I've never played a Kajoma game before. I think, didn't he do the Solid series or the Snake series, Solid Snake or whatever that series is? I'm not sure because I'd never really played any of his stuff. Metal Gear, yeah, Metal Gear, there. Yeah. Metal Gear was his jam, and those equally made no sense. Well, at least Joseph, he's consistent. At least he's not like, at least he doesn't like go, oh, well, I made all these other ones make sense, so I'm gonna make this one make no sense. Really? Really? Do we get a new one? We're out in the hills above Coastal Highway. Okay. Is that a new one? Did I get a new one? Let's see. I still have buffer memory 2 and buffer memory 5. Usually you can get around this one. Same exact one again. That bites. Posted a video of the Chihuahua getting a bath on YouTube. Someone said it looked like a rat getting a bath. I know. That's the frustrating thing. That's why I've never really done a buffer memory run, is because, like, these, yeah. I've checked these like 3 times now while an Aurora was going on. I still have the same exact 2 that I got the first time. I've got no new. There's 9 buffer memories. 9 of the buffer memories here. And I got number 5 and number 2, and there's 5 in Mystery Lake as well, in the camp office. It's a lot. Honestly, Wesley, I think most dogs that have like longer hair, they all kind of look like drowned rats. I mean, not just Chihuahuas, but most of them that have longer hair, even bigger dogs, kind of look like drowned rats when all their hair gets wet and it's all plastered back. It's sort of like a cat, a big fluffy cat. When it gets wet, it looks like a drowned rat too. Most dogs and cats that get really super wet, they all look like they've been drowned a little bit. It's like, oh, you poor little thing. 13 days to go, boys and girls. Wow. I wish I had more to tell you. 13 days. Yeah, I watched, God, who was it? God, it was one of the streamers I watch every once in a while. They were playing Hollow Knight one time, and it looks like a pretty cool game. My brain freezes up on. I can't play those kind of games or the isometric view type ones. That my brain just does not like them. Just 13 days for this zone. Challenge-wise, we still have 50 days in Forsaken Airfield, 50 in Bleak Inlet, 50 in Mountain Town, and 50 in Hush River. So we have over 200 days still to go total. So we got a little bit of time still. Hey, there's a battery here. I don't know if we'll ever need it.
Feels like a lot of gear.
You know what that battery says? Zap! Yeah, we got Forsaken Airfield, and that's good. That's probably going to be that and Bleak Inlet are probably going to be my two toughest zones. Still to go would be my guess. Oh, it's not even the learning curve, Behe. My brain literally cannot process games like that. I can't, my brain can't process them. I don't know what it is. I could never play them like in the arcades. I enjoyed watching them, but for some reason, unless it's like first person or like over the shoulder third person, I can't. And even over the shoulder third person gets me every once in a while. That's why, I mean, honestly, that's why I never played a lot of games until like Halo came out. And I played EverQuest and Halo for many years, because those were the ones I could actually like. I could actually figure out. My little pea brain could figure them out. Just making sure I didn't miss anything in here. I've had weirder things happen. Oh, Halo 1 for me Halo 1 was amazing. I played that so much. Me and my brother played a lot of Halo 1 to the point where we beat Legendary like on the regular all the time. We would just run through Legendary just to get to that end scene on Legendary. Bring it in, big guy. What about real-time strategy games? You know, I never really toyed with a bunch of those until Hadrian introduced me to Stellaris as well as Civilization 6. I've had a lot of fun with those. They take a little more concentration because there's so much going on, but I really enjoy them a lot. Oh, well, real-time strategies? No. Then no. I don't know what a real-time strategy is then. Never played one, never will. Then the short answer is no. Real-time strategy, not in my wheelhouse. Oh, Warcraft, StarCraft, no. Hate that game. I can't play that. Is that where you're actually like playing against another person in real time? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Nope, I need time to process things. And if I don't like the pressure. I don't like the pressure. Not my chosen way to go, that's for sure. So Stellaris and Civ would be what? Strategy games, I guess? What are those classified as? Are those strategy games? Grand strategy? Okay. Okay. I'm enjoying those, because I can pause them and I can just think about what I want to do. I have to contemplate things. I don't deal with stuff in real time real well. Like Mr. Wolfie over there. See, I see him. I know he's over there. Wonder how close I can get to him before he sees me. Well, he didn't see me because I shot him in the butt. Hey, I hit him at least. Hey, my arrow broke too. That's nice. So those are 4-time grand strategies. Okay. Well, those I've been enjoying. So, and someday I'll return to them again. I'd love to play some more Stellaris. Because I really do enjoy Stellaris a bunch. It's a hard game to stream though sometimes. There's just so much going on at once. It overloads the brain a little bit. I love the name 4 times explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. Is that what it really stands for? I honestly didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's really what it stands for. Well, I've enjoyed the heck out of those, and again, thank you to Hadrian for introducing me to those. He introduced me to those. He introduced me to State of Decay 2. He introduced me to Red Dead Redemption 2. So he introduced me to Detroit Become Human, as a matter of fact. You know, I played Oxygen Not Included for a little while. The first, I don't know, how long did I play? Oxygen Not Included was fun up until the point where, let's see, I played it for about 34 hours, and the first 34 hours were pretty fun. And then it got really complicated. Like, I'm talking like, you need to almost have a PhD in robotics and engineering at that point to really advance a whole lot further, in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who do it. It just, I started feeling very overwhelmed at that point, which I don't play games to have the game like overwhelm me and just make me feel stupid after a while. I don't find that to be a whole lot of fun. So, and it's easy for me to feel dumb because I'm not that smart. So it's easy for that to happen. And I'd rather it didn't, but it does. All right, 12 days to go, boys and girls. 12 days. I am not that smart. I've lived 53 years on this world, and the one thing I do know for a fact is that there are a lot of people way smarter than me. Way smarter than me in a lot of ways. I may have some book intelligence, but there's a lot of other stuff I do not have intelligence on, and I realize that. There's a lot of people not as smart as you either. Well, there's always going to be somebody smarter and somebody less smart than you. The idea of the smartest person in the world or the dumbest person in the world is kind of like, it doesn't really exist, because there's always going to be people above and below you on that end. But I've learned to avoid things that make me feel really dumb. You know, I've tried like Darkest Dungeon and stuff like that. Never been too much into the roguelike type games. I don't like the whole die, start over, build up your stuff, die, start over, build up your stuff, die, start over. I mean, other than Long Dark, but Long Dark is more of a permanent. It's like the game confuses. The game doesn't confuse. The game has a finality to it, and when you die, yeah, you start over because, you know, the game's over. Yeah, I've never played Hades. The only one I can think of that I played was Darkest Dungeon, and I enjoyed Darkest Dungeon a little bit. It just kind of got, to me, the wash, rinse, and repeat is just kind of boring after a while. I can do it for a little while, but after so long, I just kind of go, okay, I'm bored now. Give me something else. It was an interesting game, though, and I've seen some gameplay of the newer Darkest Dungeon 2, I think it is, and it looked okay. It just not my bag. I wish I was better at first-person shooters. I wish I was young and had good reflexes and was better at those. But I'm not. I did. Oh, hey, look at that. I did play some. PUBG back in the day, and I enjoyed it. I wasn't real good at it. I enjoyed it, but I sucked.
Goddamn freezing.
Goddamn freeze. GD freezing out here. But I did have fun with PUBG. It is PUBG still to this day is the eighth most hours I played in a game. I have over 284 hours in PUBG. Which I think is hilarious because I'm not a first-person shooter. All right, B, have a good one. We'll see you later on. Yeah, I'm the furthest away from being a first-person shooter type player. I don't know what it is. I just get so nervous when it's other people. When it's an AI, I get nervous anyway. But when it's a person, it makes me even more nervous. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It just starts, you know, it gets me all anxious. I guess it's my anxiety. It's like, oh, I'm having to play with other people? It's bad enough when I have to interact with what I think are other people in a game, even though I know they aren't. I know I have to interact with real people in a game. Although I will say, my days of Halo 2 multiplayer, that was some fun stuff. That was some fun stuff. I played a lot of Halo 2 multiplayer. Ooh, those lobbies got vicious. Luckily, I had a clan that I played with. And we actually got really good because all of us had our own roles. We all knew what each other were going to do when we played together, so. Which was kind of nice. That was actually my first experience with a multiplayer first-person shooter was Halo 2. I remember one time they had a the local army base at their armory, at the Hillsborough Armory. They had a Halo tournament where they had, like, I think it was four Xboxes all linked together, and it was like, it was either, it was a whole bunch of them linked together, and it was like 24 or 48 people all playing in the same lobby at the same time. It was absolutely insane, and it was so much fun. It was just like a free-for-all, just shoot 'em up, everything. And it was like nothing I'd ever played before. Because the only time I'd ever really done it was just, you know, team versus team. And this was, it was next level. It was very fun. And I didn't do too badly. Not the best, but I did pretty good. Alright, a little more time, and we'll get going here. Just dropped it to hit that like button. Hey, Chaos Bite, how you doing? Thank you for dropping and hitting that like button, buddy. I appreciate it very, very much. We're basically just killing time right now. We've got like 11 days left in this little tiny zone. Unfortunately, this zone does not offer you a whole lot after that first initial, like, 20 days of exploring, you know, taking down a moose, taking down a bear, getting all the boxes checked. This zone does not offer you a whole lot to do in it. There's not a, other than just wandering around and continuously killing the same wolves over and over again. Combat system for the Dark Fog slated for release in December. You have to make shields for planetary protection? What? Oh, that's gonna be wild. Wow, Dyson Sphere is gonna have Rise of the Dark Fog come out in December. We're definitely gonna have to revisit that. Yes, the weekend streams are instantly available after we get done. After we get done streaming, they're instantly available because it just uploads directly. I mean, it just starts up immediately. I didn't mean to go to sleep, but that's okay. So yeah, the live ones are immediately live right after, or they're immediately up right after the stream. There we go. That's the nice thing about streaming on YouTube. You don't have to do any uploads to YouTube or nothing. They're just like they're sort of auto uploaded. Yeah, I was just looking at the different updates that have come out lately. God, there's so many games I need to play. I'm just looking through the stuff that's like got updates on it. There's another one that I've not played in ages. Chernobylite. I want to play Chernobylite again too. Gosh dang it, I hate that. I hate that. All right, take care and be safe yourself, Chaos. We'll see you later on, bud. Chernobylite needs some love too. There's just not enough time in the day to play everything. And it's sad. I wish there was. I'm pretty sure I already have the new Icarus map. I'm pretty sure I already do. The main reason being that when I bought the game, I bought the unless this is a brand, unless this is not encountered, unless it's not included in the supporter version or not. If it's included in the supporter version, I have it. If it's not included in the supporter version, then I don't have it. So, oh, it was included. Well, then I already got it. Yeah, see, I need to get back to Icarus, too. So for the upcoming month in October, I will be... The Outpost isn't included. I never really was big into the Outpost anyway, so... let's see, Icarus. Is it the Outpost bundle? Yeah, the Outpost bundle. That's like $12.90. Yeah, because I have the Holdfast and the Iceholm Outpost, but I don't have the other Outposts. I never got into those. Yeah, it just they never really appealed to me that much. It's like, why would I play around an Outpost when I can just play the game? I don't know. Yeah, so coming up in October, boys and girls, I am going to be making some changes. We're going to be reworking. I'm going to be reworking my weekly schedule of streaming. I'm going to be adding some new some games back in that have been missing. I'm going to be going through here and figuring out what I want to play and what I don't want to play, and yeah, there's a lot of things to consider. There's a lot of games to consider out there. Because I'd really like to play some Icarus again. I'd like to play some Chernobylite again. It's just, good God, there's just not enough time for every game out there that I want to play. Even though I'm streaming pretty much full time at this point. There's still not enough time. Time is always the issue, so... $11 days? 11 days! Woo! Let's go! By the way, you can get up on this pipe if you get up on this little mound of snow. And work your way back. Although I found this pipe's not safe from the wolves. They can get you up here. Now this over here, this log here, is safe from the wolves. If you get up on here, they can't get to you. So, just FYI, when you're coming out in the yard, it can sometimes be a little bit on the dangerous side. Yeah, I got the crappy bow. Crappy bow ho. Yeah, I sure wish the bear would respawn. Or the moose. Oh, they've found ways to get the bears and the wolves to climb logs at this point, Honora. They've found ways for both of them to climb them at this point, so it wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. Swear they watch your streams and find ways to make things difficult. Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm not even joking. I'm sure they do watch my streams.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
I have a feeling there's somebody in Hinterland who watches my streams. Okay, can we get a Maglin's fire going? Maybe a Maglin's fire? Yes, finally a Maglin's fire. Holy crap. That's the first one we've been able to get here for a while. That is awesome news. Swear to God.
Come on.
We've been trying to get a Maglin's fire for so long. That is one nice thing about Forsaken Airfield. Is you can get a lot of Maglin's fires in Forsaken Airfield. Now, Whether they will last that long or not is a whole nother story, because usually they don't. They don't last very long, but at least you can get them. They usually get blown out pretty quick because Forsaken Airfield, much like Bleak Inlet, has a lot of very windy weather. Like Durfine mountain goating. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. Can you do a Magland? Can you do Magland's fires in the fog? I don't believe so, no. I'm pretty sure you cannot. All right, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this one more time.
Too much stuff to carry.
So what I'm doing, I'm gonna leave a fire here. The static should make it easier. Should make it all electrostatic-y for you. Now, as you can see, I don't have any way of making a snow or ice hole here. And even once you get on the ice, you got to find the right spot. See, like out here, I don't have one. Here, I don't have one. Here, I do have one. But you can see that you have a certain place you have to put them in. Anywhere out here works. But we're going to make our hole right here where we already have them, and we're going to fish for a minute.
All right.
All right. Woo, excuse me. First, I'm going to sneeze. Woo, that was crazy. I guess we can cut the hole in the ice first. See if the wind comes up. Oh, it got foggy. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And I will just take a second, boys and girls. Marvel Snap is our sponsor through today and tomorrow. If you use the link that just popped up in chat to download the game, if you've never played Marvel Snap before, you can't have played it before, you can't have a VPN, and you can't have an ad blocker going. But if you fulfill all of those requirements, you can download it using the link in chat from Steam, play the game to level 3, level 8, and level 18, and it will count towards our goals that they've set out. And it's not too hard to get to level 3 and level 8. Level 18 takes a hot second, but it's not too bad. And it does help out the stream. And, yeah, it takes an hour or two to get to level 18, exactly. It does take a little bit longer to get to level 18, but it's not too bad. I didn't find it to be too bad. I think I finally left off last night. I played it for a bunch yesterday, and I got up to like level, like, I don't know, like level 80 or something. So you can get pretty dang high. So good morning, Charlie. How you doing?
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind.
All right. Hope it's no longer kicking your butt. Oh, that's good. That's good. Things kicking booty are never fun. Is my fire still going in here? I wonder if it is. It is! My fire's still going in the cave. I had this feeling it might be. I was like, you know, we're gonna leave the fire going in here for a little bit. That's why I built it up nice and high. We going high, we going high. Heck, we still have 4 hours left on the fire here. Nice. Drink some water. We got 7 liters of water on us now, which is great. But I'm glad you're feeling better too there, Charlie. It's no fun being sick. None whatsoever. Actually, that fire is going to last a little bit longer, so we'll sleep for 2 hours. There'll probably be like 30 minutes left on the fire when we get up. Oh no, there isn't. Excellent. I like that. Okay. I thought there would be more time on the fire when we got up, but nope. I wanted to check something real quick. Hold on just a second. Do. You got any good deals? Oh, they got something going on at the convention center tonight. Oh, the Rose City Comics Con is tonight. Excellent. I'll be able to go pick up some people from the Rose City Comics Con when I go out driving tonight. That's awesome. At least I'll have something in common with them. I can say, hey, you read comics too. Nice. Yeah, I gotta go out and get some lift driving done tonight. Papa's gotta pay his rent next month, so gotta get the lift driving in. I enjoy it though. Driving for Lyft is pretty fun, so. Yeah, you know, hopefully. How does the timing on fire work? It says 5 hours there. I sleep for 5 hours, but there's still like 2 hours when I wake up. So, fires have several factors that go into play. The first factor is your fire making skill. The better your fire making skill, the longer the fires last. Like my fires last 50% longer because of my fire making skill. The other thing about fires is if that you build them outdoors in an outdoor area like this, they're going to naturally last longer. Fires inside last as long as they say they're going to last, plus your fire making skill. Fires outside last as long as they say they're going to last, plus your fire making skill, plus the bonus for being outside, plus the colder the outdoor ambient temperature is, the longer the fire will last as well. So if there is a actual blizzard going on outside and I have a fire here in the cave and the actual temperature here is -9 or -37, then the fire is going to last longer than say if I'm in here and it's only -9. Now, it's not going to make much of a difference right now, But if you come out here and the fire is, and it's negative 42 or 43, then it's going to make a lot of a difference. It has to do with the air temperature. So outdoor fires have several things that their burn time is reliant upon. The most basic one is the fire making skill that you have, but the other variables that come into play are the ambient temperature outside, as well as the, if it is an outdoor fire or an indoor fire. So, and just being outside, it gets longer time as well. Generally, at this point in the game, my fires outdoors last twice as long as it says. So if I build a fire and it says it has 2 hours on it, it'll last for 4. If it has 12 hours on it, it's a good 24-hour fire. Unless for some reason it gets blown out for, like the wind comes up and blows it out or something. But barring any unforeseen problems, it should last twice as long as it says on it. But usually at lower fire making skill, you don't notice it as much. But sometimes fires will seem to last a lot longer. Like one good example is like if you're in a fishing hut and there's just a crap storm blizzard going on outside. You could have like 4 hours of wood on that fire, and it could last 7.5 hours, even at low fire making skill. There is a perk that is for fire making, but all that perk does, all this perk does is give you fire making skill 3. It doesn't give you any. So it basically gives you level 3 fire making, which does give you a little better burn time on your fire, but that's it. Well, the main reason I don't pick fire making 3 is generally, well, the way I look at it is, so okay, say I took fire making 3 for this run. It's not like, it'd be different if it gave you fire making 5, but once you get fire making 4, fire making 5, you now have a perk that's doing you no good. You only get 2 perks in Interloper, so it's not a bad perk to take for certain, like if you're playing like a very situational game, like if you're like, I only want to live for like 30 days, and I'm trying to live for 30 days in this zone, it wouldn't be a bad perk to take for just those 30 days, because chances are you probably won't have fire making 3 at the end of 30 days. But if your run is going to last for any amount of time, the fire making skill kind of becomes a useless perk after a while. Because you start at 3 and then, 40 days in or 30 days into the run, now you're at level 4. And so the perk was good for the first part of the game, which, if you're struggling to get past those first 30 or 40 days, it's not a bad perk to take. The same, I think, it holds with Efficient Machine. If you're always running out of food early in the game, Efficient Machine's not a bad one to take. You consume 10% fewer calories, so your food lasts longer for you. The thing is, though, the later you get into the game, again, that perk kind of gets outmoded. You don't really need it anymore. It's not giving you any benefit because you're full all the time. And as an Interloper player, I'm just saying, I don't ever take that perk, and with cattails in the game and stuff, I usually have a full belly from day 1 on. I never go hungry in the game any longer. I used to struggle with food, but I've learned little tricks like, I've learned little tricks like, eating all the cattails and that sort of stuff. Does Efficient Machine need you to last 500 days in one run, or does it add up over multiples? It adds up over multiple runs. So it's 500 days encompassing every run you've ever done. So So yeah, that's the nice thing about Efficient Machine is that the way to get it is surviving 500 days, but that's in all of your runs. You have to survive. It's not just in one run. If it was just one run, it would really suck. That would really suck if you had to do it in one run. Hardly, it would have to be a way better perk. If you had to get 500 days just to get that one, it would have to be a way better perk than it is. But yeah, Efficient Machine and Fire Starting, they're not bad to take if you know you're going to be facing certain things in the game. If you they're sort of what I call situational perks. You take them if the situation of your run dictates it. Well, like on this run, I took the bunny trapping perk. Usually I take I take Snow Walker and Cold Fusion, because Cold Fusion is basically a free head wrap. It's basically a free insulated, improved insulation. Snow Walker is a faster stamina bar regen, which means you can sprint more, climb quicker, that sort of stuff. And both of those are perks that there's nothing else in the game that gives that perk to you. You know, that gives you that same sort of benefit. Straight to the heart, I could see it on some lower difficulty levels, but really it's only for coffee and emergency stims. They last longer, which, you know, if you drink a coffee, it lasts an hour. So now it's going to last an hour and 15 minutes. It's like, it doesn't seem to be that great to me. I mean, Blizzard Walker, I guess you could say, could be good, but you always feel slow when you're walking into the wind. If Blizzard Walker was like, ignore the wind, walk into the wind as fat, you know, like 50%, then I might take it sometimes. Dark Walker is an interesting one because I tried playing with it once and it made the game very weird. You have to basically retool the way you think about things because you are less fatigued at night, but your stamina just drains during the day like crazy. And so you can't spend a lot of time outdoors when you have that one. You can't spend a lot of time walking around in the daytime when you have Dark Walker going because it just kills your stamina so fast. I wish there was a perk that allows your fire to last more on wind. Well, I mean, fire making skill sort of does that. It makes your fire making skill makes your fire last longer, but nothing will ever stop it from going out in the wind, unfortunately. It'd be nice if there was a wait, we've been asking for a long time for a shelter, like a snow shelter, like some sort of like thing you could use some sticks and cloth to make a little thing to go around your fire or something. That would be fantastic, Interland, if you're listening. That would be a fabu. It'd be fabu. Yeah, fire windbreak would be awesome. But I don't think we're going to get one of those, unfortunately. I mean, I'm just excited we're going to finally get the Travois. That's going to be great. That's coming out in the next update before the end of the year. So we should be getting the Travois in that. We're going to get some clothing, a new zone, lots of good stuff. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of people complaining about it. Because there always is. There always is. 8 days left to go, baby. Woo! 8 days left to go. Yeah, there's always a lot to complain about whenever a new update comes out. It wouldn't be, yeah, it wouldn't be a game if somebody wasn't complaining about something. Well, and generally, Honora, the main people, I mean, I look at it as the Long Dark has always had problems. I mean, every game has issues. If you want to delve right down into it, if you play a game long enough, you're gonna find issues with the game if you play it long enough. It's inevitable. Some of them are very apparent. Some of them are game breaking. Some of them are just kind of annoying. Some stuff is like, oh, I wish they didn't have that, or I wish they had this. But there's always gonna be stuff that is off in any game because it's all programming. It's not real life. It's not perfect. I mean, it can be as perfect as it can possibly be, but there's still going to be issues. Now, sometimes the things that are wrong with the game are kind of funny. You know, it's like a funny glitch, you know, where it's like, ooh, you know, watch it when I shoot the bear with a bow after he's dead, he flies off into heaven. Okay, well, just don't shoot the bear with a bow after he's dead and you won't have to worry about that. But some of them are actually game breaking, and those are the ones that you hope the dev fixes and takes care of. And Hinterland's usually pretty good about that. Are they the quickest about it? No. But at least they eventually get most of the stuff fixed. And they're a small studio. I mean, that's why I have so little patience for some of the big studios that have big money behind them that can afford to. They could afford if they wanted to. Good God, my nose is itching like crazy. I feel like I'm gonna have to sneeze again. They could afford if they wanted to buy a new game engine for their game. I'm not saying any names. They could buy a new game engine for their game or create a new game engine. Or they could fix the one they have and update it and make it look better, but they choose not to. Even though they have all the money, they literally have all the money in the world. More money than anybody else. And that's why I don't have a lot of patience for studios like that. Is it like, to me, that just speaks of laziness it speaks of laziness and just like, oh well, we'll just let the mod community take care of it. And as much flack as you know, Raph gets from the mod community about not being super mod friendly, I get that. I mean, it's his baby. He, you know, and he's not done with it yet. He still wants to create and put out stuff for Long Dark. He's not a AAA studio that's expecting the mod community to fix his stuff. Which is kind of sad that AAA studios depend on normal everyday folk to do their work for them for free. There's minor annoyances not being able to change seats in cars. Yeah, you know, and something like that, I would imagine, Tala, that stuff like that, even though it seems like a minor annoyance to us, I don't know. I mean, I know nothing about programming. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. I know very little about computers. I know nothing about programming. Maybe there's something in the programming that makes it hard to do that. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe there's something. I mean, because every car that we go sit in is its own little zone. It's not like we're getting in or out of the car without, you know, zoning into it. So I don't know if there's something about that part of the programming that's hard for it to make that possible. I don't know. I mean, could be, I suppose. I just want to see how much meat I have left out here. I don't have a lot of meat left out here. I have a little bit. Starfield already has thousands of mods by fans, a lot of them very useful. Yeah, see, that I mean, honestly, it's great that they do that, but it makes me a little sad. It makes me a little sad that the community has to do that. And that, I guess what makes me even sadder is that everybody's okay with it. Everybody's like, that's just Bethesda. It's like, that just kind of pisses me off. It'd be different, you know, I guess it would be different. It'd be different if they were charging $20 for their game. Or $15 for their game and they're like, we're just putting it out there for the modders to have fun with it. It'd be different if that was the case. But that's a premium game at a premium price from a AAA frickin' studio. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. It just makes me go, why? It just blows my mind. But everybody's okay with it. Yeah, Bethesda like relies on the mods. And like I said, it'd be different if they were a small studio. They put out their game for, you know, $20, $25, said, hey, you know, we're sort of in the alpha stage. You know, now here's the comparison I make, is that a completely different type of thing is 7 Days to Die. Relatively cheap game. It's modded a lot. There's tons of mods for it. But the developer themselves are very active in, you know, still making the game better, doing stuff, you know, creating new content for it, and the mods just add to it. The mods don't necessarily, they aren't there to fix the game so it's actually playable. I play unmodded 7 Days to Die and it's just fine. But you can mod it and have a wholly different experience with it. But the game itself is just fine otherwise. So I mean, that to me is kind of the difference. So I don't know. It's just funny. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I really have been enjoying Starfield a lot. I really truly have. Despite the crap I talk about Bethesda and the crap I talk about, you know, the game sometimes, because it is frustrating at parts. But I think in a way we need to. I think we need to be a little more, or a little less understanding of a studio putting out a game that, you know, it's 2023. You're owned by one of the biggest software companies in the world. You think you could maybe do a little better, especially when you're going to charge $60 to $100 for your game. You think you could do a little better than that. I mean, just a thought. I mean, you don't have to, I guess. But obviously they don't, because it works for them. Ooh, I've been sitting too long. You know when you sit too long and your pants kind of dig into your leg? Because I had a crease in my pants. It was digging into my leg there. That was hurting a little bit. And I will be playing some more Starfield this next week. I need to take a little break from it. I got a little too much into the base building. The base building's pretty scuffed right now. But I got a little too much into the base building and it kind of overwhelmed me. I definitely, when I return to Starfield, I'll be doing more missions. I'll be doing more of the mission stuff. I just thought, oh, okay, it'll be cool to try the base building stuff out. And that is a rabbit hole, let me tell you. That is a rabbit hole and a half. There went my week. Gonna have to reformat the Steam drive. I know. I actually have jeans on. See, I actually got my jeans on. Don't look at my fat belly. I actually got my jeans on today. It's a little cold out. Ow, see, like, that just stuck right in the back. No, I'm not picking my ass. Ow. Right on the back of my leg. Ugh. Yes, it's a little cool out. I can't. Now during the summer, Matt, I have been known to wear some really, I've been known to wear some short shorts in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going with that. But during this time of year, yeah, I pretty much wear pants most of the time. I used to wear pants all summer, but then again, I grew up on a farm, so we didn't have much of a choice. Even when it was 90, 100 degrees out, you don't wear shorts when you're working on a farm. that's just asking for problems. That's just asking for trouble. Shorts and farm work don't go very well together. All right, boys and girls, we are so close. I can taste it. We got 6 days left to go. 6 freaking days. 6 days. I think it'll be 5 days when it hits noon. I think our time change is right about noon. Yeah, I've looked at Fallout 4, but honestly, Uncle Trevor, I have so many games to play right now. I have such a backlog of games. I have no time to go back 5 years and play a game like Fallout 4. I just don't. I mean, I have so many games right now that I want to play that I don't even have time to play already, that I already own. That I don't have time. I seriously just don't even have time. That's the sad thing. That is the sad thing. I just don't even have the time to do it. I wish I did, but I don't. I think we should be down to 5 days now. No, we're still at 6. I do like some stuff like that though, Wesley. I really enjoyed Horizon Zero Dawn. I really enjoyed Days Gone, which are both like not real sandboxy. They have some sandbox elements. But they're more story driven. And I really did enjoy both of those. Oh, there you are, you stinky wolf. So I don't mind those, because, you know, the one thing I did like about those, is that they had a definitive end to them. So I could play them, enjoy them, and be done with them. Where are you, my wolfy brother from another mother? Ah, there you are. I don't think I hit him. Nope, I shot over him. But yeah, Fallout 4, I've heard good stuff about it. I've heard it's like, you don't need as many mods for Fallout 4 as anything else. Hello, Mr. Wolfie. Figured since we got time, we might as well just stalk a wolf for a little bit. Dang, I took my shot. I took my shot. It didn't work. See where he goes. Okay, he's chilling out down there now. He's chilling like a villain. He's chilling like a villain down there. That's also why I enjoy State of Decay 2. It sort of has a finality to it. You can play it as long as you want, but kind of has a finality to it when you want to stop. Finally got that little bugger. Jesus Louises. That guy was tough. Gonna take on the Navisgain County Jail today, risk it for the biscuit. Yes, risk it for the biscuit, baby. Oh yeah. The Navisgain County Jail, nice. Is that a 4 or a 5? Happy face POI. Personally, I don't like that they put those in there. I thought at first I kind of liked it, but it kind of took the mystery out of stuff. After a while, I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to know what I'm getting myself into.
Snow. Nothing to drink.
It's a hard 5. Yeah, I don't really like that they put that in there. I kind of like not knowing. It made it feel more dangerous, like you could walk in somewhere and be completely out of your element, you know? And then you just had to GTFO out. So you just had to GTFO. And that was always kind of it was always kind of nice that you always had that kind of mystery about it. I need a little more wood. We're gonna spend some time outdoors.
I need to drop something.
Rage quitting's for crybabies? Oh, I rage quit every once in a while. I don't rage quit as much as I used to. I don't rage quit as much as I used to. I used to rage quit a bunch. I still get pissed sometimes. I won't deny. I still get pissed, baby. By the way, if you are experiencing cabin fever, this out here is a great place to come. It's a great place to come out to this area here. You'll get rid of all your cabin fever problems. And most of the time it's pretty warm. I don't know. Okay, yeah, you can put a fire right. Yeah, you can put a fire right here too if you want to. There's only certain places you can put a fire. Oh, you can put one in the doorway. You don't really want to do that though. You can't really put it out here anywhere. Put one there too. Put one right there. I don't know if that'd get blown out. I've never had a fire get blown out right here though. I always usually put it right by the door. That seems to be like my that's like my go-to spot. That's my go-to spot. It's outdoorsy enough that I can, you know, get rid of my cabin fever. It's indoorsy enough that it's warm, that I never get cold.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, and you can cure stuff out here too. Yeah, and I forgot about that. You can cure stuff in this place too. If you drop guts or hides out here, you can cure stuff. And your meat doesn't wear down super duper fast. It does wear down, but it doesn't wear down as fast as it does in other places. So, pretty cool. And by the way, boys and girls, the link just came up in chat. Again, I'm going to mention it real quick for you. If you have not played Marvel Snap before, you can click on that link. It'll take you to Steam. You can download Marvel Snap onto your computer. If you can play it to level 3, that would be awesome. Play it to level 8, you're a superstar. Play it to level 18, and you're a legend. And I thank everybody so much for all the help with that. I think right now we have... Let's see, yeah, we have 7 people that have reached level 3, 5 that have reached level 8, and 3 that have reached level 18. So we only need 3 more to get to level 3 and 2 more to get to level 18. So, stopping in to say hello from Aquatica. Nice. How are you enjoying Aquatica? I liked Aquatica. It was a fun little game. I played Aquatica for a few hours. Now, is that Aquatico or Aquatic? That's Aquatico, right? Or is it Aquatica? Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. It's the underwater base building one, right? Yeah, I played it for like 4 or 5 hours, and it was pretty fun. Pretty fun little game. They did a good job with that one. At least I thought it was kind of cool. See, there's another one I haven't played forever. I played that back in February. All these games, all the games that I've played before. Five days, boys and girls.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much
That's
longer.
because we have, what, 11 liters of water on us? Nice. We'll put a little water in here just to store it for a little bit. Oh, jeez. And we're heavy. Yeah, if you want to help out with Marvel Snap, we only need a few more people to reach level 3, a couple more to reach level 18, and we will have reached a couple more of our goals. So, thank you to everybody who's participated so far. It only goes through Monday. What's Monday? Monday it goes through tomorrow, through the 24th. It ends Monday morning, the 25th of September. It ends at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So we have till 9 a.m. Pacific on the 25th to finish our goals, and then it wraps up and it's done. So, if you want to help out, you have till then to do so. And I appreciate everybody who's participated and helped out with it. You guys and gals are awesome. And I really do appreciate the support so very much. I couldn't be even giving this a shot without y'all backing me up and helping me out. So, and without your support, it wouldn't even be possible. So thank you so much, everybody. I know I probably say it a lot, but I really do mean it. Yeah, there's a gut. I need a gut. How's my other clothing looking? Bum 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 bum. Bada bada bum bum bum. Yeah, my hat and my gloves are a little bit down. That'll give me something to do. And I have enough hides. It's not like I'm gonna need them. It's not like after I leave this zone I can come back here and do anything with them. So we're just gonna get all of our clothing in nice shape right now. My underwear always wears down the fastest. The underwear is always the fastest to go. I don't know what I'm doing to that underwear, but it can be pretty. I'm going to take the Marvel thing off of the screen for right now. We do have the link in chat, and it's also pinned at the top of chat, so if you feel so inclined, do it. Go for it. I should probably... link that in the description, too. Just cuz. So I'll put it in the description. I'll have to take that out come Monday. But I'll put that in the description for anybody watching this on the playback. If you watch it today on the what is today? Today is the 23rd or the 24th and you want to try it out. I'll put it in the description as well. I totally forgot about that. So I always forget about that. This thing has the description area that you can put stuff in too. I always forget about that on YouTube because I'm so used to Twitch where you don't have that option. You don't have the option of a description area to put important information. Twitch has that about section, but it's not the same. It's not the same on there. So, oops, I'm thirsty. Let's get some food in our belly, or drink in our belly. Some fire. Okay. And drop the 28 reclaimed wood that I have. And I can probably drop the cedar that I got to. There we go. I'm gonna leave these 2 coal here because those I will take with me. I always like to have a couple coal on me when I go from place to place. Dropping my sticks. We do need to start figuring out what we're gonna take with us in 5 days and what we're gonna leave behind. So everything here I'm pretty much going to take with me. I might leave one of the bandages behind just because. All the clothing I'll take with me. Most of the water we're going to leave behind. Well, all the water we'll leave behind. So all of that will just be down. We won't even be even entertaining the water. Oh, I forgot. If I don't... I hate that. If you drop it, it won't stack as close as if you don't drop it. Really? What's going on here? Oh, it's that one there. I was like, why won't it stack close? Oh, because the water... I put one of those waters up there without taking it out of my inventory. Okay, so the water I'm going to leave here. I'll definitely take the distress pistol and my boxes of crackers with me. And my cold broths and my cooking oil. And my taters. And my carrots. Just cuz. Just cuz I'm greedy that way. I want my taters and my carrots with me. Don't I have... Yes, I do have some birch bark. Got a couple of those. And some of that. Take my couple stems with me. I can get more of those as I go. Is there anything I want to leave? Not really. And then tool-wise, of course, I'll leave all the torches. I'll leave all the charcoal. I'm just seeing where we stand weight-wise. And I'll leave the deer hides. And that. Okay, there we go. Now the one thing for Forsaken Airfield actually has a pretty good amount of cloth. I will take probably like, so I'll probably take all my ptarmigan down. I'll probably take my leather. And I'll probably take like 15 cloth with me. Maybe just like 10. Maybe just like 10, just so I have some cloth on the way. But that leaves me at a pretty good weight. I will swap out my... I have a good condition pry bar here. And I'll swap out my crappy condition pry bar for it. So we'll leave that here. And then we'll fill the lantern up. I do have a little bit of lantern fuel on me. And then I do want to... Oh, that's one thing I did not take into consideration. Do I or do I not? And there's an argument for both ways. Do I or do I not want to take all my arrows with me? I'm thinking I can. I think I can pare back on my arrows a little bit. To be honest, I think I can. I think I'm past the point of. I think I'm past the point of needing as many arrows as I have on me, because I do have bleak inlets still to go with, but I'm doing really well on my arrow conservation right now, so I could probably leave. I would be guessing I could probably leave over half my arrows here. I hate to do it. But just weight-wise, it'd probably be smart if I left like 24 of my arrows here. And that would leave me with 23 arrows, which I think would get me through the rest of this. Because I actually have not had a horrible problem with arrows, and that would let me carry my toolkit, which is important to me. Actually, I need to, and I do need to grab my other bow, so I need to ditch that bow there. And don't I have another bow on me right now? I think I do. Yeah, and then I have this other bow, and then I want to take my secondary bow, which will allow me to have plenty of time to get hides and guts and stuff cured. And actually, I might just take my one really good bow, take a couple of guts. And how much does one maple cost me, weight-wise? Oh, it's the same. The guts and the maple are the exact same as carrying a bow. So I might as well just make another 100% bow, to be honest. It's gonna cost me the same amount to do that. And I have plenty of arrow shafts. I got 25 arrow shafts, so we're good there. I don't need to take any of the birch. I've got feathers. I think I'll just take my 100% bow. And then I guess we can figure out what we... And I do want to take these couple pieces of coal. And we're only at 43 kilos. That is not too bad. And we pretty much have everything on us we want. And then I'll dump that crappy bow. Yeah, we pretty much got everything we want. I'm very happy about that. Is there anything in here that I want, though? I probably will take the other burdock root just to have it. And maybe the acorn just to have it. Oh, there's one more stem in there, too. Take that. Drink coffee and teas. My teas are all drunk down. These are all teeny tiny bitty bites. Coffee, unfortunately, that is just part of doing business. You can't really drink the coffees ahead of time, unfortunately. Because unfortunately, coffee works exactly the opposite of the rosehip and the mushroom teas. Rosehip and mushroom teas are... oh, but I want my taters! I want my taters! What if I get there and I want to make what if I get there and I want to make a bunch of coastal fish cakes? Or I want to make a Thompson family stew. Which I don't even have enough carrots for. Or I want to make a ranger stew. Which I actually just need flour for. I know I should leave the taters. Makes me sad leaving them behind. It just does. This makes me sad leaving the taters and the carrots behind, but I probably should. It's so sucky that on Interloper you just don't get any chance to really. You don't get a whole lot of chance to do anything with them, you know? I was thinking that just makes me like really sad for it. I'm just gonna put my taters down here. You're right, Uncle Trevor. You're right. I have a hard time not being sentimental and taking them with me. I just have a hard time with it. I want to like enjoy them and have my, you know, my mom always told me to have my fruits and veggies, you know. And I'm just trying to follow my mom's advice and have my fruits and veggies and be a good boy. But I am going to take my cooking oil, though. I'll take that. I'll take my broth. Leave the carrots for the bunnies. Yes, since I've killed 540 bunnies, I should leave some carrots for them. Wow, I have 6 stems. I don't think I've used a stem yet this game. I got 6 of them, baby. 6 of them. All right, let's grab some water.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, that's because I'm carrying stuff. Don't worry about it, bud. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be just fine. It's gonna be just okie dokie. Alright, we just got like 4 days to pass still, boys and girls. No, we aren't leaving right now. We still have a few more days here. We're just gonna go out. I just don't want to get cabin fever risk, because we're gonna be spending a lot of time indoors in Forsaken Airfield.
No, the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
Forsaken Airfield's gonna be a lot of indoor time. So I don't wanna risk it. I thought I almost had him, but I didn't. Phew. Did I use one in Blackrock? Oh, I did use one in Blackrock. I did. I'm pretty sure you're right. Hey, Brian, how you doing? I've been having so much fun with this series. I will say, for some of the zones, 50 days is a little bit long. Like Blackrock or Broken Railroad, 50 days has been a little bit long. I think that also has to do with, as the game progresses, I have better clothing, I have tools, bows, arrows, I can secure my food, there's a little less stuff to do. You know, the early days when I was, you know, struggling in Pleasant Valley and Timberwolf Mountain and Ash Canyon and trying to get rabbits and the constant, you know, oh my god, am I gonna have food? Am I not gonna have food? That definitely lent itself more to eating up the time without actually feeling like I was eating up time. And now it definitely feels more like I'm just, like, I'm getting to the last, like, 15, 20 days. And I'm like, okay, I got enough food and water, and there's not a whole lot else I can do. So I'll just kind of chill and do my thing. Hey, Fong, how you doing? Hello, hello. Now, Forsaken Airfield's probably going to be a little more exciting, to be honest. Because I want to map Forsaken Airfield. I want to travel around in it a lot. We're going to go to some of those weird spots that have no actual, like, reason for being. And check them out and play around with it and see how we feel about it. We're going to pick up the transmitter there. We're gonna, you know, go find some caches. Go have some fun, and like I said, we're going to be mapping things and kind of checking it out. So there's a lot of stuff to do in Forsaken Airfield. So I think Forsaken's probably going to be the first zone that we're going to have a lot to do in.
Mouth so dry.
Mouth so dry. Will so complainy. Yeah, tap into the zone secrets. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Tap into some of those zone secrets. Find the hidden paths. See, the reason I think Forsaken Airfield down the road is going to be really good. We are finishing up in Broken Railroad right now. Yes. The reason I think Forsaken Airfield is going to be so good down the road is there's a lot of places in Forsaken Airfield. Yeah, we only got 4 days left here in Broken Railroad. There's a lot of places in Forsaken Airfield that feel like they should go somewhere, and there's just like a blank wall. Or it like leads back into this little windy path, and then there's just there's nothing. It feels like there should be a cave there or something. And I have a feeling that when the new zones come out, they are going to tie into the transfer line, but I think they're also going to tie into the new zone as well. I think they're going to tie together into Forsaken Airfield too. I just got this weird feeling they will, because there's just too many places in Forsaken Airfield that just feel unfinished, that feel like there's something coming, that there should be, you know, something there, and there's just not. It's just a blank wall, and you're like, well, why did it have a little path that led up here to nowhere? The perfect example of that is, you know, the little island that has the house on it, and then if you go behind, out of the house and then down the hill to the right, there's a fishing hut. There's fishing huts on both sides, but you go down the hill to the right, there's a fishing hut, and if you keep going, there's a little river with a waterfall, and then if you take a left, there's this path that just goes up, and it goes up and up and up and up and back into this little canyon area. I'm almost thinking like the whatever the mountain pass thing that they're gonna have come out. I have a feeling like that's gonna connect in there or something, because it just feels very sort of cavernous, or like it should have something back there, but it just doesn't. But you'll see all those when we get there. We'll see all that when we get into Forsaken Airfield. There's just a lot of places there that I think really have potential, that don't have nothing in them right now. Yeah, Forsaken Airfield, I think, just has a lot to still come. I mean, I will say I'll be very disappointed if Forsaken Airfield stays the same as it is right now without any additions in the future. I will be disappointed, because as it is right now, I've said it a bunch of times, I'll say it again. Forsaken Airfield is like twice the size of Pleasant Valley with half the stuff of Pleasant Valley. Less than half the stuff that Pleasant Valley has in it. It just is not that, it's not, everything is so far apart from each other in Forsaken Airfield. It's very hard to travel around without something like this blizzard coming up right in the middle of you going from one place to another, because it takes all day to go to one place from one place to another. It takes so long to travel around in that zone. You just feel like you're getting nowhere and fast. Yum, yum, yum. Because it's Forsaken. Exactly. It is Forsaken. It really, truly is. Actually, how many days do we have left now? It should be 4 or 3. Okay, we're at 3. So it is a little bit after noon before the daytime changes. So that's good to know. So it's like right in here. It's not at noon, but it's like right after noon that the day changes. I want to get out of here as fast as possible when that happens. Yeah, we're basically just speeding this along. Because we're gonna get out into Forsaken Airfield today. We are going for it, baby. All right. Get a little moldy moose meat in our belly. Surprised this moose meat has not gotten rotten yet. Like, it's moldy, but it's not like 100% rotten yet. It's at what, 34%? That's actually pretty darn good. So hard to see in the caves at night. So hard to see in the caves at night. I mean, I could give you guys night vision so you can see in the caves, but that's what I'm seeing. And it's going to be light out pretty soon, so. That's extra exciting for me since I haven't seen the DLC. Oh, you haven't seen the DLC? Well, look at you. Well, you'll see it soon. Oh, we need to make a fire and make more water. We are running quickly through our water. Okay, let's make a fire. Not like we don't have the fuel here to do it. We brought like 6 liters of water over here and we burned through them all. I mean, we do have a liter here, but that's not going to get me through the day. Do I have a Maglin's fire by chance? No. That's the other reason I build the fire on the barrier between the cold side and the warm side of the cave, is that if you're in the warm part of the cave, you can never make a Maglin's fire. But if you're in the cold part of the cave, you can. So you can check the Maglins, and if it's not possible, if you're, if you don't want to freeze, you can step over the line, and now you can get warm, and you can make the fire from the warm side of the cave. So that's one of the reasons I make it on the line, because the line between warm and cold is like right here.
Come on.
And that way I don't have to worry about it. Ooh, jeez Louise, man. That was a horrible face. Let's drink it down. Alright, let's get a little water made here. We'll make up like 9 liters, 10 liters, 11 liters of water. Something like that.
Too much stuff to carry.
I hate putting my bow away, because now I'll have to go into my inventory and find it again. I think I have my other bows on me, don't I? Yeah, I got my other bows on me, so. But that's okay. Can fires on the cold side be knocked out by the wind? Not inside the caves, no. Fires inside caves are completely resistant to the wind. I could even theoretically build the fire right out here and it would never be blown out. Because the wind doesn't go away until you step out here. And then see the wind symbol up there at the top? That's when the wind symbol starts going away, is when you step outside. So yeah, as long as you're inside, your fire's 100% safe from the wind. That's what makes the cave there in the Winding River one of the best caves in the game. Because the Winding River cave has snow that comes all the way inside the cave, and you can build an actual snow shelter inside the cave and then have a fire in there too. See, to make a snow shelter here, I'd have to go all the way out here, and if I have the snow shelter here, the fire I would build out here would always be vulnerable to the wind if it blew from the wrong direction. So that cave there in Winding River, that is like the mwah, chef's choice, chef's kiss cave there. Now, there is a spot here in Broken Railroad that's similar. If you climb down to the bottom of Broken Railroad, there's a place down there that you can build a fire that's 100% protected from the wind as well. Dreadnought dude, how you doing, buddy? Hello, hello. You're here for the us leaving Broken Railroad behind time. We're getting ready anyway. All right, that should be enough water. 16 liters. I think that'll be enough. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing it'll be enough. And to be honest, at this point, I'm not even gonna arrange it. I just don't care. There we go. As long as I don't have to look at it. As long as I don't have to look at it, I don't care. 2 days to go, boys and girls. 2 days to go. Two for Tuesday, 2 for Saturday. You did get here just in time. We're going to be leaving. We're going to be going to Forsaken Airfield. It's a slumber party. I do not have any popcorn. I've got Mountain Dew Caribbean Splash, but I don't have any popcorn. I do have egg salad out in my fridge. When I switch over games, I'm gonna go get myself an egg salad sandwich. I got some egg salad out there. Yum yum. Yummer dummers. So we're gonna kind of try to match our body to what we're gonna be traveling with. So there we go. So I'm going to sleep until I can't sleep anymore. Yeah, I think I might have overmade on the water, but that's okay. The Forsaken Airfield? No, it's not very far at all. Not very far at all. We go through, oh, that's weird. We go through, Broken Railroad here. Let's see. We go across this bridge right here, the Broken Bridge, and it's right over here. It's right over there. So it's super close. It's basically a hop, skip, and a jump down the road from us. Now, we have to go through a zone to get to the zone, but it's really close. All right, 49 days. So, yes, we are into our final the final countdown, boys and girls. It's the final countdown. I'm gonna head back over to where we need to be. Grab a couple liters of water, grab the bedroll. Now watch. A wolf gets me on my way. I know, exactly. Exactly, that's what I was just thinking, Dreadnought, dude. One day to go and I walk out here and a wolf tears me apart and kills me. That'd be like, oh, facepalm. Oh, man. Seriously? Oh, I thought that was a wolf. It's just a campfire. And we have to get underweight, because one of our rules is that when we get into the new zone, when we leave a zone after 50 days, we cannot take out of it anything more than our max carry weight. So I have to drop down to 45 kilos. I think I'm actually at 50 right now. So I need to drop down to 45 kilos before we leave. Funny thing is, usually I hear the wolves before I see them. I'm not even gonna risk it. We're going right in the back door. Nope, not even gonna risk it. Going right in the back door, baby. Drop all the sticks. I could take a cedar. I could take a cedar and a couple coal just to have a little bit of fuel. Alright, so we're underweight. We're underweight now. Let's see if there's anything else I want to take with me. How many cattails do I have? I've got 20 cattails. I could take my other 10. That'd give me 30 for the journey. That'd give me 30 cattails for the journey. I think that's probably a good idea. I don't really need... Let's see. Do I have any flares on me? I've got no flare. Do I have no flare? Oh, I have a flare. I have a flare on me. Yeah, I don't really need them. Don't you need a crowbar? I do have a crowbar on me. I swapped out my poor condition crowbar to the new condition crowbar. Yeah, I'm thinking of a couple hides and a couple guts. I don't really need the mushrooms or that or that. I could take a couple of rabbit hides because that's usually the stuff that gets trashed the most, and those weigh the less. Those weigh the least. Weigh the less. Those weigh the least of the stuff that I have. I could take 2 more guts. I'm going to leave most of my arrows here. Ugh. Pains me even to say that, but I'm going to leave most of my arrows here. Because I have arrow shafts, and then I have 23 more arrows here. 23 more arrows here. Although what I could do... Here's something I could do. Hold on a second. Let me try something here. Because if I harvest these, never knew the potential of cattails. Oh, aren't cattails the most glorious thing to ever grace the earth? If you break down an arrow early, You get all 3 feathers and your arrowhead back. Now, I don't know if that's going to benefit me or not. But we could just take the arrowheads with us. And then leave something else. Oh, we got water on us still. Okay, so we still got water on us. So I could just leave the water and then we're good. Because I can cook more water when I get there. Yeah, we can just leave the water. I don't need the water on me. Okay. There we go. So that takes us down to 4473. I can leave a bandage. I'll take the bandages with me. Why not? I may get a sprain or something. All the clothing I want. I want to repair those up though real quick. Since I have the hides here already, I might as well repair everything up as max as I can get it.
I might have to drop some gear.
I might as well. Leave the crowbar. I'm gonna take it. I know you're saying one spawns there, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Because it's what I do, Uncle Trevor. It's what I do, is I would take the crowbar with me. I sort of look at that as a little bit of spoilery stuff, so I don't want to think that it's guaranteed there. I'm gonna take it with me just to do it. We're gonna repair all these clothing items too. Gonna get everything up to 100% before we go, or as close to 100% as we can. But yeah, I'm gonna take the crowbar with me. It's my plan all along. It's my plan all along. I can repair those too. If I repair those, it takes 2 scrap metal to repair them. But yeah, I realize that it usually is in there, and it may be guaranteed. But watch, this one time it won't be there, and then I'd feel silly. Then I'd feel silly because it wasn't there. Take the hammer. Shush now. You just shush. I didn't take the hammer. So I'm on the cusp of getting an interloper difficulty, but I can't seem to survive longer than 2 weeks. Any tips on surviving for noobs trying out interloper? Well, it depends. What is your... I guess I would ask you, what are you finding to be your biggest struggle in interloper? What is holding you back the most? What tends to be the thing that's hurting you the most? That you're dying to the most, I guess. Are you dying to... Are you dying because of hunger? Are you dying because of the cold? Are you dying because you're getting attacked by animals too often? Are you... it's sort of, a lot of it is situational, really. Because a lot of it just depends on what you're personally struggling with. Because everybody has their own little struggles with the game. As far as why they're not... And there's different avenues that you can take. There's a lot of cloth there. There's a lot of cloth in Forsaken Airfield. There's tons of those big cloth tarps that you can break down in Forsaken Airfield all over the place. My clothes are junk, and when I set out to get food, I often get taken by elements or have to push too far to deal with the wildlife. Do I have enough fishing line? Yeah, I have like 6 fishing hooks right now. So your clothes are junk, and when you set out to get food, you often get taken by the elements. Well, in the beginning, your clothes are going to be junk, and really, the first, like, 3 or 4 days, you really want to be striving to loot as many houses and places that you can possibly get clothing from as, you know, you want to loot as many of those as you possibly can in that early stage of the game. I'm actually going to leave this here, because that's 1/10 of a kilo that's almost destroyed, and I can repair my clothing with fishing gear, and everything's repaired now, so if it's your clothing that's really causing you the struggle, I would say that, you know, concentrate more on getting to buildings that you know will have clothing in them. Like, you know, if you start in, say, well, a lot of it depends on where you start too. But say you start in Pleasant Valley, you definitely want to hit the plane up real quick. You want to hit, you know, the farmhouse, the barn, all those major landmarks are the main things you want to be hitting early in the game to get as good a clothing as you can. But sometimes you just can't get good clothing. Sometimes you're just going to be SOL, and you're going to have to make like your own improvised hand wraps. The other thing to do is to make, you know, if your clothing is not particularly good, the other thing you can do is you can make your way to a place that has a bunch of cloth, and you can grab a whole bunch of cloth and fix up your clothing. But you have to have a sewing kit to do that. So there's all these little things that you have to have, but you need to also, you know, looting is of paramount importance, of course. I would say whatever zone you start in, try to remember, okay, where are the clothing drops in this zone? Where are the food drops in this zone? Where have I found clothing in this zone before? 50 days of Broken Railroad, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Do I have water on me? I do have a little bit. I'm gonna drop it when I get out here. We need to eat up. Is it really a storm out here right now? It's really a storm out here right now. Wow. We get to leave during a blizzard. What a deal. What a deal. Game never ceases to disappoint, right? But yeah, more the major landmarks early on is a big key to your survival. Oh, there's one thing I can drop, and that's my crappy bow. But yeah, the major landmarks are definitely something you want to hit early on. This is just gonna rip up my clothing too. This is gonna suck so bad. Oh well. So yeah, hit those major landmarks early on. The farmhouse, the barn, you know, that sort of stuff. Pleasant Valley is a fine place to start, but the blizzards can get you there. Usually I hit about 3 to 4 of the major landmarks in Pleasant Valley, and I get the heck out of there. At least 50 days. Sometimes it'll get more if we have to travel back through zones to get to other zones. Like in Coastal Highway, we have 51 days, but that's just because we had to travel back through there to get to Blackrock. It's inevitable. You can't, there's no way to physically sequentially hit all the zones without ever having to cross back into other ones. Because you have 3 dead-end zones at the ends of maps. Hey, LOL, how you doing? Alright, so to get to Forsaken Airfield, you come over here to the Broken Bridge, and you travel across that little section there. And we... Oh, hey, Right Runner. Yeah, I've been streaming on YouTube since the beginning of the year. Just Saturday and Sunday mornings. Saturday and Sunday mornings at 8 a.m., 11 Eastern. We get the YouTube stream. The YouTube! You know, unless I'm taking a day off. Of course. Alright, so we are out of there. So we're on day 466. We got our 50 days in Mystery, Pleasant Valley. We got 51 in Coastal, 50 in Desolation, Timberwolf, Forlorn, Broken Railroad, Ash Canyon, and Blackrock. Now, Transfer Pass, we are not going to be doing 50 days in. I'm just telling you that right now. We aren't going to do 50 days in Transfer Pass. That's just not going to happen. And now we can pick up stuff again. Because we left their underweight, and that's all we had to do was leave their underweight. You're also going to Tales from the Far Territory? Yeah, we are doing that. We will be doing that eventually on this run, but that's going to be a little ways down the road. Yeah, some of my clothing got a little wet. A few pieces got a little damaged. Not too bad, though. Not too bad. At least we're a little warm in here. It's positive, too. Wow, it's negative 29 in here, but we have a 30 degree warmth bonus. And there's a wind chill in here, too. That's interesting. Huh. -1 wind chill for some reason. If they expand the transfer pass, I mean, if they made it into an actual zone, I don't see why not. But right now, the transfer pass is, I mean, there's nothing in it. There's nothing really to do in transfer pass. It's just there. To me, it's just I mean, heck, Keeper's Pass North and South have more to them than Transfer Pass does. Here's a far range branch line. Transfer Pass goes into Forsaken, but it's also going to go up here and over here to the other zones as well. And once it does that, it might actually be good, but honestly, I don't know why they put a count. It's like if they put a day counter in for I don't know. If they put a day counter in for Crumbling Highway or something like that, it's like, why? Why would you put a day counter in for Crumbling Highway? What's the point? I see it got really warm in here all of a sudden. This tunnel would be perfect for Fluffy. You just hush. You just hush your dirty mouth. Fluffy does not belong in this tunnel, Kenneth. Just watch it there. Just watch it. Wow, some driving gloves. After all this time. After all this time, we got some driving gloves. Hey, it's a free piece of leather. That's all that matters. I don't see anything else in here unless I'm missing it. See nothing else in the office. Oh, hey, look, there's no blizzard. Hey, there's the pry bar. See, it would have helped. That pry bar, though, would have done me no good to get out here. That pry bar would have done me not a bit of good to get out to this place. So I'm glad we brought our pry bar along because we were able to get out here. You know, the magical wind in the metro stations. That's true. Oh, Fluffy's already back, Marcus. Fluffy's back. Fluffy's in, Fluffy is in, oh wow, there's 2 pry bars. Fluffy is already back in the form of the wolf in Broken Railroad. And some antiseptic.
Too heavy.
So Fluffy's already made a return. She is alive and well. What will we call a new wolf? We'll have to figure that out. I mean, Sketchy is the wolf in Hush River Valley.
Someplace to escape this cold.
And Sketchy will never, ever lose Sketchy's name. Because that wolf is damn sketchy. Now, you can get over this from the other side, but you can't get back over it, so... I mainly just... And you can climb down that rope to get down to that area down there. But we're gonna take the other... We're gonna take the other path. We're gonna go the other way. I heard a wolf down there, too. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. I wonder if we could snipe him from all the way up here. I don't even know if I sniped. I was damn close to him, though. I don't know if I sniped him, but I was damn close to him. Franny, Lamb, Snippy. Good God, that lamp is bad. I mean, other than it conserves lantern fuel, the light from it is really odd. It's really odd light, for sure. I don't need that. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Which is where we're headed. Well, it's the Spelunker's Lantern. It's not improved. The Spelunker's Lantern specifically uses less fluid, but it also gives off less illumination. That's its whole purpose. Hello, Mr. Wolf. I have something for you today. I don't want to even bother trying to face you. Hello, goodbye. Okay, where'd that other arrow go? There it is. Hello, goodbye. Oh, you like the fact that you can cancel making a fire? Well, let's go ahead and remove that. Yeah, that kind of sucked. I did not like when they took that out.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Well, cabin fever had a reason they put it in there. They had good solid reasons for putting cabin fever in. It just, you know, it's outlived its usefulness, let's put it that way. Hey, you can still keep wolves at bay. You just have to work at it a little harder now. Well, it used to be that you could drop a piece of meat and the wolf would ignore you and go for the piece of meat instead. The problem was that here was the problem with it. You could basically bait a wolf towards you.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
You could bait a wolf towards you, drop the piece of meat, stand like this far away from it, wait till the wolf got right to the piece of meat and shoot him in the face. There was zero danger to it at all. There was no danger to it at all. So They had to change something. Mr. Bunny, you've gone crazy. Bunny's gone wild, boys and girls. Bunny's gone wild. You got stuck. Bunny on the run. He was a bunny on the run. He ain't on the run anymore. Sorry, Mr. Bunny. Yeah, I like the paint job on the lantern. It's nice. It's nice. I like it. I like what they did there. It feels good. Oh, the canceling of fires. Yes. You used to be able to start a fire and then stop it.
Starting to weigh
You used to be like if you had a torch out, you could light your torch. You could be torch walking, and then like a wolf would come up, and this was back. It used to be but the thing was, it used to be wolves were not that afraid of torches, so you'd have to stop. You'd have to light a fire using your torch. You could start it, and then you could escape from it, and it wouldn't use your fuel up. So you could carry around like a stick and a torch and have sort of an efficient way of getting rid of wolves. Well, they took that away from us. I mean, honestly, you know, we were kind of abusing it. The thing is, I understand most of the reasoning behind why they've taken away most of the stuff they've taken away. It was being abused. It just was. So last day you have to head for the new zone no matter the weather. Yep. Yep, last day in the zone, you just have to go to the new zone. Really? I don't hold it against it. I'm just like, whatever. We all abuse stuff. We always play the game, you know. People still think that, you know, micro-harvesting meat to make cooking 5 come quicker is abusing it, so... You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I think all's fair in love and war and in video games. If it's in the game, it's in the game. You know, you don't have to use it. It doesn't affect. See, that's the beauty of Long Dark. Nothing you do in the game affects anybody else. It only affects your enjoyment of the game. So, if you enjoy it and you're having fun, that's all that matters. Even if you're micro harvesting meat or, you know, whatever you're doing, it doesn't affect anybody else. That's the thing, is like it doesn't really matter. Because you can have fun with it just the way it is.
I just need to close my eyes.
Well, you're gonna have to wait till we get to the other side, my friend, because we need to at least need to move over to the other side of the cave before you close your eyes. Don't close your eyes. Don't say that love is all a lie. You know what's the best part about Long Dark? What's the best part about Long Dark? That you get to spend some time with me. That's the best part of it right there.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Oh, I was close. Oh, you're too sweet. Cinderella will always be an oldie but a goodie. That guy had a very, very unique voice. Can't even remember what his name was now. Cinderella lead singer. Carl Kiefer. Carl Thomas Kiefer. Born January 26, 1961. Wow. Hey, you know, it's a pleasure having you here too, Redacted. It really, truly is, man. Oh, it was Kix. It was Kix, not Cinderella. Hey, I'm old. I get a pass, okay? I get a pass. I forget a lot of stuff these days. Everything blends together. Don't judge me. I feel you judging me. Kix is a cereal, not a band. Silly rabbit. It was Kix, wasn't it? God, I was for some reason I had Cinderella on the brain. I don't know why. I don't know why. But you're 100% right. And I'm completely wrong. Tricks, kicks. Kicks are for trids. Nothing. Well, we're slowly making our way through. Cinderella was nobody's fool. Were they nobody's fool while they were traveling down the Gypsy Road? That one I do know is Cinderella. Wow, there was actually a good can of dog food in. What was that dog food at? 70%? What? How was that dog food 70% condition? What is happening right now? Okay, I say we just lay down here and sleep. No, I don't win. You win because you pointed out my folly. You pointed out my folly to me. You win. All right, let's sleep for 10 hours. Oh, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Holy macarolis. So there's where we stand right now, boys and girls. We're doing good on the sponsorship. We could always get a little bit more going on it, but I really appreciate everybody participating in it. Thank you so much, everybody. Don't forget, you can, if you want to help out, you can click on the link that's pinned in chat. You can go check it out. You can play it for a little bit. If you can get to level 3, that would be awesome. We only need 3 more people to get to level 3, 5 more to get to level 8, and only 2 more to get to level 18. And level 18 only takes a couple hours of playing, and it's a pretty fun little game. It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I had a lot of fun playing it yesterday on stream, so. Good times, good times. All right, let's eat that down. And let's eat a little meat. And drink a little water. Well, you know, the sponsorships PC-wise, it doesn't really give you that many. Most of them are all mobile sponsorships, unfortunately. That's why I wasn't gonna do another sponsorship till the beginning of this next month, but when that one came across, I was like, ooh, I sort of need to snag this one because it usually there's only a limited number of spots available with each sponsorship. I don't know how many. It's probably, you know, hundreds or whatever. But once they're gone, they're gone, and that one usually goes out pretty quick. And so I needed to do it. So just so amazed by Hogwarts, it's stunning. Hogwarts is great, dude. Ovblur, I had so much fun with Hogwarts. I mean, the game I spent so much time just running around Hogwarts school, just exploring, just looking in all the little nooks and crannies and having fun with it. I mean, it's such a beautiful place. And there's so much to look at and see and explore in there alone, let alone stepping outside of Hogwarts and going out into the bigger world. Now, the one thing I will say, the couple of criticisms I have about Hogwarts is that some of the little POIs that you find, the Merlin ones get a little old after about your 20th one. Because all the puzzles kind of fall into the same category. At first they're kind of challenging, but later on they aren't that bad because they're just the same over and over again. And a lot of the little caves that look like dungeons, it basically is a hallway that leads to a room that has a chest in it. And you're like, there's nothing here to fight. There's like no bad guy. It's just a place I get a piece of clothing. Now, the one thing I do like is that you can have your clothing that you wear for your stats, and then you can have any kind of clothing that you've ever found before, you can equip that in the appearance slot so that your character looks a certain way. I think that is pretty cool, and I really appreciate they did that, because some of the clothing that's really good stats is really crappy looking. And some of it that's really low stats is really nice looking. And so it's fun to be able to like put together an outfit that you like, but still have that gear on that's like the really OP stats, you know, that's really good stuff. And generally, I don't know how far you're into the game, but generally you're definitely going to want to get into the... You're going to want to utilize the legendary gear when you get it. There's nothing better than the legendary. Mainly because you can modify the legendary gear later in the game. So even if something looks... Legendary and level is the most important thing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You want to get the best gear you can, but you also want to make sure it's legendary, because the legendary stuff is what you can put the most modifications on. It's what you can put the most things on. So you definitely want to concentrate on that above all else. So sometimes you may need if you're looking at like if you get, I guess mainly I'm saying that because if you get a piece of gear that you're not leveled up enough for. If it's not legendary, I wouldn't hang on to it. Because chances are you're probably going to find something better down the road that's legendary in that level that will benefit you more than the epic or whatever piece that you're carrying with you. And each piece of that gear takes up a slot in your inventory, so you kind of got to make some decisions on what you're going to carry around with you and what you're not. So, just something to kind of put in your thought bank there, because I found that out after a long while, because I was hanging on to this gear that was like 2 or 3 levels higher than me, going, oh, this will be really cool, and then I got to that level, I got a piece of legendary gear that was way better than the piece I had hung on to for like 3 or 4 levels. So. And usually the legendary gear is, it's not hard to get. You generally run across it pretty easily. Not super common, but you do run across it pretty easily. So, if you do enough quests and stuff. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's a really fun game. I think, let's see, how many hours I put in. Almost 80 hours to finish it. And I did a bunch of the side quests and stuff. I did a bunch of side quests in that game. So I put a bunch of hours into that one. But I had a blast doing it. It's definitely one that I really was drawn to a lot, so they kind of messed up with the texture loading with the March update. Really? See, I haven't played it. I have not played Hogwarts since May. So I didn't really experience a lot of problems with it. Maybe that was just me, but I didn't experience a lot of problems with it, so I don't know. Maybe it was just me. See, there's a couple rabbits here. I mean, we could do 50 days here, but I just don't see the point. There's really not that much here right now. Couple rabbits. There's this little train car here that you can get inside. There's nothing in it, of course. There's a cave over here that you can go into. They added stuff in and now it's laggy. What did they add? I have no idea. I haven't kept up with the game, so what did they did they add anything cool? Oh wait, is there no cave over here? I could have sworn there was a cave over here. Oh yeah, there's a cave. I was like, am I hallucinating? Is there no cave over here? Oh, the game's it's an incredible game as far as like, it is up there. AAA game, it's a great AAA game. They did a very good job of it. Very good job of it. So, big props and kudos to him for it. Yes, Fletcher. So, we're actually going to be wrapping up here. So, we're at 467 days. We've spent 50 days in Mystery Lake, Pleasant Valley, Coastal Highway, Desolation Point, Timberwolf Mountain, Forlorn Muskeg. Just finished up 50 days in Broken Railroad. And also Ash Canyon and Black Rock. We're right now headed towards Forsaken Airfield. In that time, we have killed 165 wolves, 8 bears, 4 moose, 18 deer, and 542 rabbits, trapping 435 of those. We have found 7 can openers, which is the most important thing. Carcass harvesting, cooking, fire starting, ice fishing, and archery are all at 5. Mending is at 5. Rifle firearm, we've actually read some books, so it's almost at 4. Revolver firearm is into 3. And gunsmithing is a quarter of the way through 4 as well. So we've read a lot of books. A lot of good stuff. Get it past time there for a minute. There we go. So tomorrow, we'll be back here at 8 a.m. in the morning, 11 Eastern. We will be heading out of the transfer pass and actually getting into Forsaken Airfield. We'll actually be starting our adventure there tomorrow. So that's going to be fun because we got 50 days to go there. That's going to be a lot of time. That's going to be a lot of time in Forsaken Airfield. But thank you everybody for coming by today. Thank you for smashing that like button on the stream. I appreciate that very much. Thank you to everybody who's participating in the Marvel Snap sponsorship. The link is in chat. The link is pinned to the top of the chat area, and it's also down in the description below. Click that link, play to level 3, 8, or 18. You can help out the stream. That's only going through Monday the 20... Well, it's only today and tomorrow, the 23rd and 24th. It ends the morning of the 25th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I will be now heading over to Twitch. We got about 2 to 3 hours, 3 hours or so of Detroit Become Human that we're going to be playing over there. We'll do a little short recap before we get going, and then we'll be getting right into it and playing some more Detroit Become Human this afternoon. But like I said, tomorrow we'll be back here on YouTube, getting into Forsaken Airfield and having fun. Until then, thank you everybody for the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships here on YouTube, and thank you just so much for watching here on YouTube. I really appreciate all of your support, and I'll see you all later on. Bye.